welcome, welcome to my channel, Scorpio 1111. This is Darlene. How is everybody? Did you guys gain, I don't know, 2 or 12 pounds from Thanksgiving? Boy, it was good at my house. Well, we actually had Thanksgiving at my younger son's house on Thursday, and then the whole family went to my other son's house on Friday. We all got to go run, jump, and play in the woods, so that was fun. Although it was cold, 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 cold. So a good time was had by all. Everybody had fun. We ate, delicious food, blah, blah, blah. We have a great family too. And everybody pitched in. It was fun. It was all the things Thanksgiving should be. So I am happy to say. Peace in a truck. Hey, sweetheart, how have you been? Welcome, welcome. How have you been? Oh, let me pull myself up here on my iPad. It's just too hard to see over there. 1 second. I think that's me. Here I am. There I am. Okie doke. Amen. Yeah, I know. Truly. I mean, I wake up and start my day every day with thank you, God, for giving me another day here. Because, at my age, that's kind of a big thing. But it should be at any age, but more so when you get over here where I am. But really, we just had a fabulous day. It was, again, so much to be thankful for. Oh, I am so glad to hear that, Peace and Truck. You've been blessed. Me too. I've been good, since I got over my horrible month of sickness there. Just been kind of busy working, doing stuff. Good. I'm so glad. Good, good, good. I've been busy this week working on a house clearing, which I don't talk about a whole lot of that stuff here, but it's pretty interesting work. And you know me, I like that weird, fun stuff. So the weirder, the better, right? The more out there, the better for me. I don't know, maybe I should have changed my channel title. I'm afraid I'm going to rip my cord off here from my mic. To something like that. Weird is better, or I don't know. My middle name is Weird. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be better. That was a long month. And, of course, as you get older, it takes more time for your body to heal. But that was just right up there with unfair. COVID and then the flu. It was just, no, that wasn't, there was nothing fair about that. It was just, I guess on some level, my body said, let's just get everything out of the way in 1 month for the whole year and we'll be done with it. Oh, goodness. Well, tell me, Peace in the Truck, what has been going on and what's new with you? What's new? What is new? I've been meaning to ask you, forgive me if I've asked you this before, because that reminds me, your handle here, Peace in a Truck, reminds me of the, back in the 60s, the VW vans with the peace symbol written on the side of them. That's what I think about when I see your handle. You moved back home. Oh, goodness, where is home? What city is or area is home? That's a big deal. Hello, Louise. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to do some readings here in a minute. We're just chatting, waiting for a few people to show up. Ohio. Ooh, it's cold up there. It's cold down here. Do you know it's going to be in the 20s here? And I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, in the 20s, like for the next week here. We don't usually do that till January, February here. So, yes, get your long johns out time here in Alabama. Well, I hope that that's bringing you peace, though, to be back home. And, it's always, I shouldn't say, sorry to say, it's always good to be with family, but I guess that's not the case with everybody, but I hope it is for you. It is? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that then. Well, I wish you the very best. Okay, I've got some people here. Now, anybody want a reading tonight? Anybody want a reading? Type your question for me. It's kind of late for me to be doing one of these, so I don't know how many will get in tonight, but I certainly will do my best. You grateful? Again, I appreciate your attitude. you're grateful that that you have a home to go back to, right? And you're grateful that it's a nice warm home. And gosh, it's so easy, especially in this country, to take those things for granted, isn't it? Okay, what would you like a reading on, sweetheart? Well, just type that in the questions. Although I will say, I don't think my voice has been the same since I was sick that month. It still gets kind of raspy if I talk much, so apologies in advance. If that happens, just a general is okay. All right. What deck for Peace in a Truck? Oh, you got my special one. I call it that. I don't use it much, but it's a pretty powerful deck. I got this, I don't know if you can see it. It looks kind of, got it from Etsy, and they're antique looking. It's, you know, the Rider-Waite basically images, but I don't know. There's something about it that it's a pretty powerful deck, and I don't use it for most of my readings, but when Spirit tells me to, I do. So, all right, we're going to see what comes out for you. Oh, Liam, welcome. Thank you for being in here and joining us. Holly, hello. So glad you're here tonight. Think I'm drawn here. Well, I love that. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, I totally believe in that. Absolutely. If you click on a video for no apparent reason and you don't know why, I think you should stick around. There might be something for you. I absolutely do. And that's not a selfish thing because I want you to, I don't want your views. It's true. All righty, let's see. I'm just kind of waiting here. What am I waiting for? I don't know. I haven't done a reading in a day or so. I've been busy with Thanksgiving. I've been taking time out for Thanksgiving. Hey, baby Angel, welcome for Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. And I got to get back in my groove now. Let me get back in here. All right, let me get in there. I'm grooving. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Peace in a Truck. I had the most wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for asking, Liam. I did. It was filled with family and great food and good conversation and running around in the woods and just fun stuff. It was fabulous. 2 days of it, I might add. Yeah, it was great fun. Thank you. We have a really good family. I'm blessed, so blessed. We all get along. We all support each other. You know, there's no drama to speak of it. You know, other than we've got teenagers. There's always drama with that, right? Oh, goodness. Okay, Peace in a Truck. What's coming up for Peace in a Truck? Give me a general reading. Those just wanted to pop out. General reading for Peace in a Truck. Let's see what this is. What are you having trouble moving away from? Yeah, you got to, this is just about, I think, what you're doing, because you told me that is a blessing. That's a lot. You're so right. Having trouble moving on from something. Things are not feeling very balanced right now for you. Probably having to watch your money tight. Well, all this is just kind of backing up what you just told me, that you're moving back home. So I figured, yeah, ta-da, and a tower moment. That's, of course, when the rug is pulled out from under us. But you know what the thing is about that? Piece of the truck, that towers, and you may have heard me say this, when we're either stuck somewhere or we need to make changes that we can't see our way to making, or we're not willing to make, or we're just whatever, clueless. I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying this generally speaking. That's when, but changes need to be made. That's when the tower comes in. So I have a sense that that's what's going on with you in this move back home. I think that that's what this tower is for you. You haven't been happy where you're and what you're experiencing there. Yeah, this is, you know, this is the curious page. I forget, there's a glare here. I apologize. The curious page, you know, he's the adventurer page, and I get, but behind that's this Six of Cups, which is things from the past, people from the past, things you know, in a love relationship, this would be somebody coming back from the past kind of thing. And I think this is just you're a little homesick is what it feels like, honestly. You know, yes, you're curious and you want to go out and do your thing in the world. I mean, that's true. That's what this page tells me. You're ready for new adventures, but things just, I think you feel like, I don't want to say the F word. I'm not going to do that because I don't like to curse on here. Well, very seldom do I in general, but especially here on YouTube. There's an energy here that you feel like oh, and I don't want to use the word victim, but I'm going to, a victim, or like there's been a lot of mind effery going on. I don't know what that's attached to it. That's former friends, people, workplace, school. I don't know what that could be, but you just feel like you've been a little effed over, if that makes sense. I think you felt that there wasn't, oh yeah, and there it is, there's the card. There's the very card of deception there. Something here was in and out that you couldn't count on, was not dependable. It was, you maybe even felt a little reckless in whatever that was. And again, this is the card of deception. Now it is in the reverse, so that's a good thing. So that's in the past. And you're healing for it, but you're needing to take a time out. You're needing to take a time out from that, whatever that was. Could have been somebody that had a lot of strong willpower. The Emperor, somebody who can actually manipulate people. I don't like that. And you felt like there was an injustice done. So I don't know what happened here, but this is sort of telling that story of, I think you can correct me, tell me, it feels like this is the story of what's leading up to what you said in the comments, that you're moving back home, and probably why you're moving back home. Now, you know, with me, you guys have been here before. Oftentimes it gives me the backstory, and it doesn't really tell me necessarily, I mean, this is what's going on, but I really want to know. I've got my camera a little different here, and I can't get my stool to get right. I'd like to know kind of where this is headed. We know that's what's going on. Let me catch up and see if you had made a comment here I didn't catch. 1 second here. Oh, hey, Alex. Welcome. I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. Yes, you can, or may. Yes. You may if I can. And Baby Angel, I will get back to you. So yes, if I absolutely can do 3, I absolutely will. I think I can tonight. Okay, that's right. Peace in the truck. You're confirming that now. Harris Bob, hello, Mule. Welcome. So glad you're here. You just don't sleep at all, because I know it's late as can be over there. Okay, now you're saying peace in the truck. You're saying correct. Okay, good. So let's ask kind of what's coming up for you. What direction are you headed? What's coming up? You're welcome, Alex. I may ask you to retype your question here in a minute. Don't do it yet, though, in case it gets lost in the feed. What is coming up for peace in a truck, though? Point me in a direction. Give me some advice for peace in a truck. Thank you. All right, I have to... I'm going to ask you this question because this is not the energy I get when I tune into you. I don't feel like you're a particularly stubborn person. I really don't, but this could be referring to just something in your situation. Because I've got a King of Swords in the reverse with the Hangman and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And again, I'm hoping Tarot's not just continuing to tell the story of what happened. You know, it tends to get stuck in that groove for me. And it will move forward. We ask what's coming. So, I'll tell you what I'm feeling around this King of Swords, though. It feels, okay, no, ma'am, you're not. I didn't think so. You don't feel that way to me at all. Mila, you say I'm working on sleeping earlier pretty hard. Yeah. I think you're working on giving up sleep at this rate. So peace in the truck, I feel like, all right, let me see what in the world. I've never even noticed that on these. I don't know what those are. Hang on. All right, I don't know if you can see this image or not. Now, it's in this king came out in the reverse, but I want you to see the image if you can on here. Glad I got my nails done today. Can you see these little, I didn't know what they were, and I kept looking at them, and they kind of look, now I suspect they're clouds, but I'll have to do the history as to what they literally are, but they almost look like butterflies, if you can see, like this one almost looks kind of like a butterfly. Now, this is in reverse. Well, we all know butterflies represent transformation, right? And the King of Swords is about truth, and it's about seeing clear on things. And I think that's what's happening here. You're going through a transformation. Maybe you've already been through one and you're coming out the other side of it. I don't think you're there yet, though, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I think it's just you're feeling like, I know things need to change, that transformation things. I just don't have clarity about what that's going to look like yet. Because the Hangman is in the reverse. And when he's in the reverse, for me, it's like, because in the upright, he's trying to get a new perspective. He's put himself in that position to try to rethink where he is and take a time out. So you are taking a time out. But in the reverse, it's saying this is somebody who hasn't been able to get a new perspective yet about the things that have made them unhappy. So I feel, let me see what's at the bottom. Yes, here it is, backing up what I'm feeling here. This is one of the most, if not the most difficult card in tarot, the Nine of Swords. This is a very hard period I think you've gone through, you're going through. This is anxiety, of course, and sleepless nights. And it may have had to do with a love situation, something that you wanted, but you got stabbed in the back. It ended, in other words. Yeah. Could have been about money. I mean, not necessarily about love. Could be about something that you loved, that you were looking for. But I'm going to ask just a couple more cards, trying to find, let me see. You're saying yes, okay. And yeah, it's a lot going on around you. I kind of feel that, trying to balance a lot. I do feel that. I'm surprised the Two of Pentacles hasn't come out yet. Yeah, I feel like there's just, when I tuned into you, it just feels like a lot of moving parts around you. Like you kind of just swirls of energy around you right now. It will settle down. I do feel that. But let me see what else Tarot wants to say about this. It's still just kind of telling me what's happening, not really future. Come on, Tarot. Whoa. It jumped out. Goodness, half the deck. And this one came back. So this is, I just feel strongly that this is where you are right now. That's not foretelling the future. All right, good. You're going to have clarity. This is good. You heard me ask it, and out popped all those cards. You're going to have clarity about something you love. This could be someone, something, a person. This could also represent you. This could be saying, I'm going to have clarity. Where I was stuck before, I'm going to have clarity. Oh, wrong side. About myself and where I give my love and things that I give my love to, whether that's work or job or career, family, friends, lover. What you're going to be quiet about. Oh, wow, okay. All right. You're going to be quiet about this. You're going to keep this to yourself. You know, the High Priestess, she knows everything. She sees everything. She's obviously wise. She's called a priestess for a reason. But she keeps it to herself. Or you don't see this coming. So either one of those, it could be the meaning of this. Or it could, because it could be saying, oh, this is getting good. Oh yeah, that in fact, the more I look at these cards, that's probably saying, here you are. What you don't see coming, that's hidden from you, is a new beginning. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, with the King of Cups. We have a divine pair here, a King and Queen of Cups. I'm just saying. And now, all right, what's at the bottom of the deck before I say that? Remember that card that we shuffled 100 times? Guess what came back? Yep. Yep. Okay. Because you're going to debate about whether or not you want, if this is the thing you want to stand your ground about over. You know, it's like, this can also be putting up a wall, putting your defenses up. But typically this card means something you're willing to fight for. I'm going to keep my high ground here. I'm on top of this hill. You can see he's got his staff, his wand, and he's on top of a hill. He has the high ground, and he's fighting off all these other wands or people here. So I think you're going to feel righteous in whatever this thing is coming towards you, and that's an interesting word, but that's what just came to me. You're going to feel righteous about this. Now, again, I didn't ask for this to be a love reading, but that certainly does look like well, it is a divine couple. It just is. And with this Ace of Cups at the bottom, this looks like you've got some lover coming in here. I'm just saying. Let me see what you've said here. There's a lot going on trying to balance. Yeah, wow, you're so accurate. Really? Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Yes. Well, I'm glad. Well, I'm loving this for you. I am, yes. Oh, I love this. Okay, so, we talked about the Ace of Cups, and we talked about this difficult ending. Now, the Temperance card is impatience. It can also mean just imbalance, disharmony. Where was it? Wait a minute. Because of the ending. Because of some ending, there has been an imbalance, disharmony. Could have, been over money, or it could have been over somebody else, or this could be a boss or somebody that you thought was going somewhere and then it didn't. And, this is, that's what it's looking more like, a love relationship now. This is wishes not coming true, but it's also healing. So this is something that needs to be healed. It's not done healing yet, and it's the Lovers in reverse is a breakup, something that was a very heavy burden that you're trying to put down. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? But all I can tell you is the future here looks very good. I just need to put it like this. That's as good as you can get. A new beginning with in a divine couple. I mean, you didn't ask for a love rating, but that's what's showing here. Now, if you're not interested in love, this could just be saying something you love. Could be a career thing. I don't think for me as a reader I would have gotten these cards if it wasn't. That's just obvious love to me. But, I guess you could say this could be family since you're moving back home, and it could be that. But I like to think of it as you getting a new love partner. Frankly, I'm selfish, okay? I like the idea of you having some fun here again and getting out from under all of this hot mess. Ooh, that looks good. Peace in the truck. I'm going to stop there. I'm not ruining that. I like that for you a lot. Well, good. That's good, juicy stuff. We like that. And get past all this hot mess. Oh, goodness. Well, let's ask her. So Peace in the Truck, Liam's giving his reading for you, and you can let him know. I think there is truth in that, Liam. I do. Yeah. And I mean, not to discount your reading, but I'm saying that's a thing for human nature, but some of us more than others. And I think she's a lot like me that way. I don't give my heart easily. And when I do, I give it 110%. And so if I get hurt, then it makes it all the harder for me to give it again. Just, like I said, human nature for many of us, but some of us more so than others. Yes, you need it. There you go. All right. Well, thank you for chiming in. Oops. Thank you for chiming in. Hi, Liam. Excuse me, Javon. Liam, I spoke to you already, Liam. Sorry. Javon. One of these days I'm going to get some new glasses. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Welcome. All right, now let's see. Let me go back up here and see who was next. A lot of betrayal in your past. Yep, so so hard to open back up. Amen. I get it. Thank you, Liam. That was a right on, apparently. Okay, now let me get back up here. Who asked for the next reading? Peace and Truck. Who was next? Trying to go back. Alex, I think it was you. Can you ask your question now, please? Got to stay up late for China calls. Oh, Malay, bless your heart. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeesh, that's a lot. That's a big job. Dealing with international stuff. I mean, I'm just on so many levels. Thank you, Muley, for being so supportive as always to people in the chat. I love that about you. Thank you. Hi, Stephen. Welcome. Okay, I thought there was a third person that asked for a reading after Alex. So if you're here, please type a message for me in the chat, and then I can read Stephen. Still looking for a job. Oh, really? Because I'm kind of trying to remember what we read for you on that. Wasn't it? This one wasn't. Seemed that wasn't it. Tell me if I'm wrong now, because I can't. They kind of run together after a while. Didn't we get a reading about that? It was a blessing in disguise. Had something to do with it. That if you didn't get this one or you weren't going to get this one, it's a blessing in disguise. Am I remembering that right for you, Alex? I would be shocked if my old brain actually remembered all that. What deck for Alex, please? What deck for Alex? Okay, thank you. Put this guy back over here. All right, we're asking for Alex. Alex needs some help. She's still looking for a job. No, that wasn't your reading? Okay. Well, it would be a miracle, frankly, because, like I said, they kind of all run together. Okay, let's ask for Alex. Alex needs advice, looking for a job. What can you tell me that can help Alex, please? What can you tell me that can help Alex? All right, thank you. Did another one come out? No, okay. Wow. I don't know what's going on out there, guys, but that's 2 readings and 2 towers. Man. Now, towers are not always, don't panic, towers are not always bad. Let's see what else falls here. Okay. What else for Alex? Show me something for Alex. Show me something. Hi, Natty P. If I have enough energy, I will do one for you, Natty. I've got 2 or 3 ahead of you. Let me see how it goes. I won't promise you, but I will do my best. See how long these take. I'm an old lady. I can only have energy for so many. I will if I can. All right, Spirit. Show me something for Alex here. Good grief. Now, did you see? Literally, it's half the deck. Oh, man. I don't know, but I kind of feel like it's part of the story. Let's see here. All right. And I know y'all can't see the cards. Just have to trust me on this. If you can't trust me, you shouldn't be here. Just saying. All right, I'm hearing those 2 go there. And then let's see what these say. This is literally half the deck. Give me a second, Alex. I'll see if I can interpret all of this for you. Get my crystal ball out. Not that I have one, I don't. because you kind of ask about a job, so I'm sticking to that theme. And so oh, that's a good question, Liam. Oh, I don't know if this is speaking about your past job experience or you. I don't know yet. I've got to get more into the cards. But this is a very reckless, sort of in and out energy. And I'm not saying that in an accusatory kind of way, Alex. I'm saying maybe, this could be I haven't been able to hold a job. I mean, that could be part of this problem. And every time I turn around, there's, the job is ending, the company's closing down, or being let go for whatever reason. You don't feel any expansion. You don't feel like you're able to nurture yourself, much less, have any expansion and fertility. That's what the Empress would represent. I think you're feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, you're really up in your head about it, worrying, you're probably overthinking it all. But Spirit's saying but also you're not listening to your intuition about stability. Now, he represents stability, and his money's good, and all the things that you're not feeling right now, if I'm reading this correctly. That's not all that's there. I got to dig maybe a little bit more on that. There's something else there, though, that I'm not seeing. So let me keep going with this, and we'll come back. But this is saying, yeah, the same thing, because this is falling underneath this Knight of Wands. It's like the cycle keeps repeating itself. The cycle keeps repeating itself, and Spirit's saying something has to change for these towers to stop. Something has to change. Yes, and oh goodness, I feel for you, Alex. You got the Five of Pentacles too, but it is in the reverse. It's like being out in the cold, but now it's time to come back in, or you want to come back in. This is an ending of something you're having trouble either letting go of, or an ending you're having trouble accepting or letting go of. It could be you lost your job and you're having a hard time kind of letting go. And I don't mean necessarily letting go of the job. I mean letting go of, like, why me? Why the hell that happened to me kind of thing. But this is the good news. This is very good, because a lot of these cards are reversed. And I'm just looking at how many major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. So about half of these are major arcana here, which means that you're going through something big, is essentially what that means. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, as you've heard me say before, of all the knights, he is, in other words, if you wanted to get a check to pay your rent or your mortgage or your light bill, he's going to be the slowest one to give it to. If you give it to this knight, it'll take him forever, and it'll probably be late. But he's the only one of the knights that would actually get there. It's dependable. It's a dependable, tangible offer, but it's taking forever. This could be saying, too, that maybe they offered you something. I'm getting a weird feeling here. Just a second. It's like maybe where you were, they made you an offer, but it was like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Like something they wanted you to do that you didn't want to do, you didn't feel was up your alley, you didn't think it was worth it. That could be the case also here with the way these cards are coming out. Because that's what this would mean. Something I don't want to fight for. I don't want to fight for this. Could just mean I'm not sure yet. Let me keep going here. Now, very interesting energy here coming off of this Page of Swords in reverse. This has something to do with communication, your communication. It's a very specific message. I've never gotten this off of this card ever, or in a reading ever. There's something about your communication. I don't know if maybe you don't speak the native language of this country. I mean, I'm just coming up with ways that weird meanings that could make this make sense, what I'm feeling here. In other words, if you're going into interviews but you're Hispanic or English or, I don't know, Irish, and you don't speak true American English, maybe they're worried that that might be a problem, or maybe it's complicating matters in your interviews or something like that. There's something about your communication. Case in point, again, I'm not saying this is about you, but I'm giving you examples so you can see if there's a fit here anywhere in what I'm telling you. And by the way, you guys, please hit that like button if you hadn't already done it. It just says thank you for me spending my time here on a Saturday night being with you. Case in point, today, when I went to get my nails done, there was a mother and two girls presumably home from college there, and they were all getting their nails done. And prior to that, I had just spent 2 days with my granddaughters. I have 3 grandchildren, and all 3 of them do this, but particularly the girls, particularly the older girl, but anyway, who just started college, and then the other one is they're like 2 years apart. So if any of you out there listening are doing this, stop it. And I'm going to preach a little bit. And I'm not saying this is you, but it's something about communication like this. So we've all heard it, we've all seen it. If you watch any social media, it's out there. If you probably have a family member that does it, it's when they're trying to tell you something and every other word is the word like. Like if I was doing a tarot reading, like I would be talking about this card and like talking about how his sword is, like long and shiny, and like there's a blue sky, and like maybe he's happy, maybe he's not, and like I don't know what that. And what I've tried to impress upon my own granddaughters is that's real catchy, and I know you want to do that because all your friends do it and whatever, but the sad thing about that is becoming a habit. It's already become a habit. It's like smoking or drinking, and you're going to have to break this habit or you're going to look like an idiot when you go for a job interview. Now, I'm not saying this is about you, Alex. I'm saying, though, that I'm getting some weird story around communication here like that for you. So I think there are coaches out there that help you do this, that like coach you and do practice runs with interviews. Maybe that's something that you might want to consider if that's making any sense to you at all. If not, that was just something somebody out there needed to hear me talk about. So stop using like. You have a brain, because it makes people, if you go to a job interview, for example, and you don't know how to communicate in any other way but using like every other word, you're gonna look stupid. You might be the most brilliant person and most qualified, but if you can't communicate well, you're probably not gonna get the job. And so, again, that doesn't mean that's you, Alex, but that's someone I think either probably need to hear that, or will after this live, but something in your communication is affecting this job thing for you. And it's just such a strange and specific message. Yes, we know things are not balanced, but how does Alex get back into balance? Because the rest of these cards are not particularly positive. This is a missed opportunity, right? There's some kind of imbalance that's causing a missed opportunity where things that you can't see, or things that would have made you happy. This is feeling like the Ace of Pentacles to me, like a missed opportunity, but it's something that's, even in reverse, the Sun card is not a negative card. It's always a positive card, but it still means a lack of happiness around something. So Another way this could be, for example, if this, because this card is jumping out of all the cards on this table, this one card has more energy going on right now than all the rest of them. So it has something to do with communication and not good communication. So if you're, for example, again, Alex, I'm not saying this is necessarily you, but I'm trying to find a story here that might make sense to you. If you're a person that's always negative or always looking at the dark side of things, I don't know how this is fitting for you at all, if at all. Let me see, what did you say? Unfortunately, too many things happening. Yeah, a lot of unhappiness because too many things are happening. Well, you know what? I just heard another message, and I'm going to, I don't knock my table over, because I want to ask the deck a question here for you. Does this have anything to do with Mercury retrograde? Not conclusive. But it could mean, because I just got a weird message that this will be better when Mercury goes direct for you, because that's a planet of communication. It's retrograde right now. And it may just mean, to your point, this is overwhelmed. This is, I'm too confused to even think and feel, and that's another card here saying the same thing. Can you give me something a little more positive for Alex, please? All this is saying, ultimately, Alex, that maybe you're just not able to communicate right now to be able to put your best foot forward, for example, at an interview or a job, whatever, because you have all this going on. I get the feeling that if you can wait, you need to wait till some of this dust settles here from whatever's going on. Oh, Liam, how very kind of you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. I just really feel like you're just overwhelmed right now. Yeah. Now, this came out in reverse, but I'm feeling the energy of it is upright, and that basically means self-sabotage. So Tarot is saying, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Alex just needs to turn this card around, and yeah, self-sabotage. And I think it goes back to overthinking. So how about, Alex? Yeah, you're overwhelmed. You're just absolutely overwhelmed. All the cards are saying that here. I'm going to recommend you meditate. If you don't know how to meditate, I've got a video I'll send you if you want it. If you'll send me an email, I'll send you a link. It's a private video that I made, oh God, 10, 12 years ago. But bad editing because I had to clip it in so many places. But, you know, it still covers all the basics. So I'm really feeling like if you don't get a handle on this monkey mind, it's going to slow you down a lot. So I'd really like to see you find some way to relax mentally and so you can get some clarity here. Because this feels like just a whirlwind swirl, like a, what is that thing? It's a whirlpool. That's what I'm seeing, water, whirlpool of water like that. And you're being sucked down in it. And I don't mean permanently. I just mean that's how the energy feels. All right, this has nothing to do with exactly what you asked for, but can you give me anything positive, please, for Alex on the job front? I really do think it has to do with, too, how, and you know, you've heard me preach about law of attraction. So if you're doing this, you're not getting this or this because you're not clear on it. So as I always say, start, if you can, spend some time learning about law of attraction or the law of manifestation, and start. You've got to get control of your monkey mind. You've got to get control of that because right now it's controlling you. That's most succinctly as I can say it. And then when you can do that, things will start to clear out. Some of this will settle out, and then you can start to manifest what you truly want, Alex. Anything else for Alex, please? This was not a particularly positive reading. I wanted something nicer for you, Alex. But I don't determine that. What else, please, for Alex? Merry Christmas, Moulet. You're the first person I've said that to yet. Although I did get red polish in honor of the season. Anything else for Alex, please? Can you please, please, please? I know what I want to do. Never mind. I'm going to put that down. I want to get... I can get this deck out. I wanted to ask about this King of Pentacles, because this is so positive and it didn't feel that way. And I want to know, tell me about this King of Pentacles. What does Alex need to do to get to the King of Pentacles, to get to be like, to emanate the King of Pentacles energy? What does Alex need to be like here? Show me what Alex needs to do. Besides thinking positively. You know, you hear me say, get busy getting happy, right? You know that Nine of Swords we had somewhere up here? Oh, that was in the previous... No, well, it was in the previous reading. I thought it was right there. No. All right. Well, it came back. Yeah, I know you're feeling like things aren't fair. I know you're feeling that way. But guess what? Now, I'm asking about this King of Pentacles. There's a little bit of energy here of, why can't everybody else have it? I can't have it. I don't have it. Why does everybody else have it but me? There's a little bit of that energy there. Because I'm working just as hard. I'm trying just as hard as everybody else. And you feel like that's an injustice. And this... Did I have this? Well, I don't have him. No, that was in the other reading too. Okay. But, okay. King of Swords. To me, he is the epitome of mind over heart, which I feel like is kind of what this message is telling us here. That's why I couldn't understand this King of Pentacles. It didn't fit with the rest of the reading, and now I'm understanding it. So, there's a little bit of poor me going on here, Alex, that I need you to work on. Now, back to that, the message I was getting now is making sense that you've got to get control of your monkey mind, because you're going to create more of this havoc. You're going to create more of the things you don't have, because that's what you're focusing on. So, the King of Swords, he cuts out all the crap. He takes that sword and he just cuts it all clean and never looks back, right? Because he knows how to control his mind, his mental thoughts, as opposed to giving in to passion and just having fun and doing the things that we love to do. We all love those things, but you can't always give into it. And I'm talking here about mind things specifically. Because the Knight of Swords is communication, as we've been talking about, that this is part of the issue here. And this could simply be all that rant I went on about communication, it's looking more like that meant you communicating with you, and therefore, by extension, the universe. That's very likely what this message is finally getting around to telling us here. Boy. So, the Knight of Swords, he's fast action knight, okay? But sometimes this is disappointing news. He's bringing news. He's a messenger. But what does he do? He brings news, and then it causes you this anxiety and sleepless nights. Now, this is in the reverse. That's good news. But... Okay, hang on a minute. Spirit, I wish it would be a little more clear for me, for Alex. This King of Wands in reverse is not a nice person. He's self-centered, he's selfish, he's materialistic, he's out for himself and nobody else. Are you punishing yourself, Alex, on some level for wanting to have nice material things? Is there an element here of you feeling guilty about wanting nice things? There's some element of guilt here. There's some element of guilt and punishment that's so weird. Oh, I get it. Okay, this could be ancestral beliefs about money that you're needing to heal. Now, this, when I say ancestral, this could be your parents, how they grew up. For example, for me, in my generation, this was when most women didn't work. Well, my mother did work. She was a secretary, and she worked in my dad had an electrical contracting company, and she worked in his office and ran his office. But that wasn't common back then. And so there were, however, I don't know that she got to keep her paychecks. I mean, that was just something about women who worked outside the home, and women weren't, let me state this better. Women weren't, this is not the truth. This is some of the messages that was passed on to me. Women were not allowed to be in charge. They could work as hard as the men. They could, make a little money, but they were never allowed to make as much money as men. They were never allowed to go to the top and be as successful as men. And so I'm kind of feeling like there's some of this. So I don't know if this was your parents or their parents or it's been handed down. There's something here. God, this is starting to make sense why that felt so weird to me now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Good Lord, that took some digging, didn't it? I feel like there may be some ancestral issues around money here because this didn't fit, and it's like, why can't this is a truthful king. I need to cut all this stuff out. I know that, but yet I want to go party and have fun. I'm the party girl. I just want to go have fun, and it's okay, and whatever, blah blah blah. And then that causes sleepless nights because now I'm worried about my money, and then I'm just selfish, and there's all this mixture of thoughts about stability, what stability looks like, what money looks like for you. All right, I know you wrote a comment. Let me see what it is here. You want that more than anyone in your family. You want more than anyone in my family. They think I am too much. Well, that's on them then. I know my family doesn't get me either, so that's okay. This is, sorry y'all, I can't get my stool right here. I'm bumping the table, excuse me. This has something to do with you healing your issues around money, whether that's personally or ancestral, but I feel like this may be ancestral for you. So it may be double whammy. In other words, when we're helping to heal ancestral karma or energy or patterns, we're put in the position to make us do that, which is what you're dealing with right now, all right? Yes, it's your experience, but you're also taking on something that's even bigger than you are in terms of healing that issue. And I tell you, yeah, because the wheel is repeating, you just feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel here with this energy. I feel that. Finally got to the bottom of that. Gee. So Alex, I really feel this is an opportunity. Don't we just love that? We used to call them, or I made this up actually, ho-hos. H-O-H-O, healing opportunities. Feel free to use that. This is a healing opportunity for you, right? I think it's within your family. What they think you have no control over. Whatever. Yes, piece of truck, breaking generational curses. I mean, I know I had to do it in my family on a couple of issues, so I know that's probably why, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, bottom line, this feels like a ho-ho for you. Not a hoe like it's going to stand on the street corner. This is a H-O, healing opportunity, right? For you. Y'all can feel free to use that in the chat in the future. Is this a ho-ho for you? Oh, gosh. If y'all do that, I would crack me up. That would really crack me up. So this is a healing opportunity for you, Alex, to heal the money issues, not just for you, but for your ancestors. And I felt that when you said that about you're too much, boy, that really was a zinger. I felt that through and through. And so to me, that could be the bottom line issue of why you can't, like, you're too much for everything. I'm too much for that job. Now, I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying either the people there seem to treat you like that, or their circumstances end up showing you that, or your family tells you that, or I bet it's happened in relationships too. This is a typical example of a pattern that's showing up for you to heal. I can relate this to, he's a former student, well, I guess he will always be my student, but a dear friend and student of mine. He is a very big guy, physically big guy. And he's had some challenges. He inherited a gene from his father with some mental challenges. So the combination of those two things, he has always felt like he was too much for people. And he has seen this play out in so many ways in his life. And I'm just using him as an example because that came to mind. And I'm not saying you have mental issues at all. It just reminded me of one of his, because I've worked with people and issues like this. It's one of my gifts is I'm able to see patterns in people. And we can just have a conversation for 30 minutes and I kind of know what your patterns are. And now healing them, that's your job. That's not my job. But I always tell people I think half of healing them is knowing what they are. So I'm trying to isolate that for you. I think that's a big piece of what you need to work on. And so one of the ways you can do that, and there are many, obviously you could go to traditional therapy, but the biggest piece is, one, accepting that you're not too much. You are who you are, and loving you for who you are, in all of you for who you are. Whether you call that all of you big or muchness or whatever you label that, you first have to love you and accept you. That's number one, and that requires some shadow work sometimes. And it requires a lot of changing how you're thinking about yourself. And the reason I'm telling you this, as we always end up talking about here, when you change your point of attraction, the outside world, it's just a mirror. Then things in your outside world show up to mirror that to you. So when you change, and that, I know this may not be conscious, maybe it is, maybe subconscious, doesn't matter. You have to start affirming and believing in your own mind that you're not only enough, let's see, how can we word this? Your bigness is a blessing for other people. Your bigness is a blessing. I totally channeled that for you, so take that one and run with it. So however that plays out in your life for other people, your bigness is a blessing in some way for other people. That it's not only enough, but it's necessary. I'm not saying this as eloquently as I'd like, but for me, I've been different. I mean, gosh, I talk to dead people. I do all this kind of weird metaphysical stuff. Nobody in my family has ever openly done that, nor do my children or family support it now. And so, it's been hard for me to own that publicly. And here I am on YouTube, duh. Well, the more I've owned it, the more people have shown up to honor that. The more I've honored it within me, the more it's reflected for me here, like you beautiful people showing up with all these lovely comments and support. So the universe will show you where your thoughts are on that spectrum by the things that are happening in your life, by the conversations that are happening in your life. It's the mirror to show you where you are, and if you're triggered by those things, it tells you you have to work on it some more. There's more work to do. Oh, goodness, I know I went on and on, but let me get a sip here. What did you say? Peace in the truck. Let me see. She says, oh, I love that. Oh, yes, Alex, I hope you read her comment here. She says, yes, it shows others that there's no limit to what you may desire. Amen, sister. Preach it. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. So true. That's right. You're just showing, listen, people who say those things to you, like you're too much, it's not because you're too much. It's because they feel small. They feel limited. They are scared to feel big. I hope you realize that. It's because they're afraid. They can't be you because they're afraid. It's like people that see me and talk about how weird I am or don't, whatever they say. I don't care. But that's their small-mindedness in my mind. That's their limitations. They can't see what I offer. They don't know what I do. They don't want to know. Fine, you stay over there in your corner. I don't need you to accept me. I just need to be over here and be me. I don't need their acceptance. I don't need their support. But the more that I support me, the more I believe in me, then the more the universe is going to show up with people who mirror that back to me, and jobs that mirror that back to me, and positions and money and all those good things. So, well, that was my soap. Okay, my work here's done tonight. That was my soapbox. But Alice, just, let me see what you say. I'm going to have to get my glasses. Can I read that? Okay, let me see. The problem is that, this is Alex talking, y'all, that I want a specific job and salary and will not agree to just anything, and I'm angry with myself about that as well. Just so tired, and I know I deserve better. Well, absolutely you deserve better. Well, the law of attraction, Abraham Hicks, would tell you that you can't get what you want from where you are because you're too focused on the specific thing. I'm all about telling the universe exactly what you want. I think that's important. But because you're so focused on you can't have that specific thing, you need to go general. You need to get over here in the camp of, because you're too emotionally, that's too emotionally charged for you. So you have to shift your energy by going general and getting happy about something else and not focusing about that. You've already told the universe what you want. You've already thrown that out there. It's already out there in the quantum field. The perfect job and all but perfect pay and everything. It's already out there. Your work is done there. Now your work is to become the receiver for it. And the only way you can become the receiver for it is to match that vibration. Well, I can't have, it's not here, I can't find it, is not the vibrational match for. I have it, it's here, the perfect job is already here. I am a match because it's here. They're different frequencies. So you have to find a way to get over here and get happy about something else, something general. I don't care whether it's listen to frogs croaking at night. That's a happy thing for me. Somebody just said it. Listen, I don't know, go do karaoke night. I don't know what it is for you. Find something fun to do. Go knit, whatever it is for you. To find something that you can get happy about. And then you float, your cork floats to the top of this, and you can be over here in this frequency, and then that job will be like a magnet and come to you. But when you're focused on the thing, you can't bring it to you. It's like repelling it because you're not a vibrational match for it. So that's the solution, is to get general, get happy. Watch Abraham Hicks videos, okay? I could go on and on about that, but y'all are tired of hearing it. But, I don't know. It's just always comes out because I think I didn't come out here for that to be my message, but apparently it's become that. Yeah, I know you know. I remember you telling me that. And it worked very well for me. She's saying, I know the law of attraction. It worked very well for me. I am just in negative situation, which also surrounds me, right, to make it difficult. Yes, well, I can It is so hard when you're in the middle of it. Yeah, when you're in the mire and the muck of it, to think positive and be happy. Yes, I do understand that's human nature, and you won't find any criticism from me on that. I mean, it's just hard. It's plain hard. But apparently that message needed to come through, Alex, because the universe is saying, hey, we know that you can do this because we watched you do it before. So we're just waiting for you to do it again, and then we'll send you what you want. I mean, literally. I think that's, yeah. Okay, Alex. Thank you for letting me go on and on, guys, and I appreciate y'all who stuck here through that. But hopefully there was a little something in there for other people too. And I, of course, wish you the very best, Alex. I know it's hard. You're in a mess. I see that. Hi, Isabel. Now, somebody else up here wanted, I think, a reading that I missed. If that was you, please type that in the comment section for me. I don't know where it was, and I probably couldn't find it in the glasses anyway. And remember, you guys, you can ask me about metaphysical stuff, just general metaphysical stuff. I love talking about that as well, not just law of attraction. Actually, Isabel, I am doing personal readings. And I think there was somebody that was, I can't remember here. I might have to put my glasses on. Somebody else up here that asked for a reading, but I can't remember who it was. Does anybody remember? Let me see if I can find that 1 second. I think Moulay must have gone to bed, bless his heart. Was it you, Liam? Okay, maybe, yeah. I think it might have been. And then Baby Angel, that's right, also Baby Angel. Okay, Liam, what did you want, hon? And then I'll come over here to Baby Angel, and then if I have enough, Isabel, if I can do yours, I will, honey. I just don't know how long my voice and energy will last, but I'll do it if I can. Liam, did you have a question? Life direction. Golly, that's a big question. Woo. That's a very big question. Okay. Where? Oh. All right. Okay, we'll see. Can you please give me a life direction for Liam? Some advice and life direction. And please, Tarot, don't give me 2 hours of a backstory. Please just answer his question, because I don't want to be here all night giving him a simple answer that takes me 30 minutes to get there. Please and thank you. All right, give me some life directions, please, for Liam. Life direction for Liam. Okay. What? Now, Liam, you're a positive person. Why are these cards coming out for you? What in the world? Okay, well, you're walking away from something, right? Or not? No, excuse me. Well, hold on. You're not walking away. You're having trouble walking away. Maybe from a relationship even. Something somebody didn't want to change. I know this is not what you asked. I'm just looking at the cards. Because this is regret and remorse about, well, it could actually be, now that I look at those cards, of relationships. Or the dark side of wealth is another way to look at that. Fleeting success, lack of resources. Is that true, Liam? That's not life advice unless we say what I just preached about was don't go here. Don't be this guy, right, Liam? Don't be this guy. But you're not. That's why I said that. You're a positive person. Why would it be saying that about you? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Let me keep going here. Oh, I just saw the other comments here. Life direction, okay. Meaning, am I doing the right things in where I can improve? I got you, okay. Correct, you said, okay, correct, all right. No. Well, I just don't, these cards are not the energy I feel when, I mean, let me be clear. I don't tune in and try to go into the deep recesses of everybody's mind that I read for it. I'm not doing that at all. Excuse me. But sometimes I can kind of pick up on people generally, and I feel like you're a positive person. So I don't know why these cards, I'm stymied here, why these cards are coming out like this. So I'm trying to get the message Spirit's trying to tell me here. So, you know, you do not have clarity. Because your second question, when you rephrase it, am I doing the right things where I can improve? This would say, no, you don't. That's why I said no. Apparently you don't. But it also can mean rethinking. And I honestly feel like there's an energy around this particular ace right now of overthinking. Overthinking about your conflict with others, communication, home, harmony, hearth. Now, because you asked that second question, I'm going to interpret this as strategy. This is the Seven of Swords, often betrayal, deception, but it can also mean strategy. So I feel like that's because of the way you asked that question. The tarot is reflecting that. You may be overthinking it, but I understand why. It's just strategy. But now we've got the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. It can mean a lot of things. That's why I want to see what's behind it. Yeah, Liam, this does. Time out. I will get to the bottom of this. This can mean inner truthfulness. That's kind of an odd meaning, and seldom used meaning. In other words, instead of reflecting outer truth, he's reflecting inner truth. You're trying to get to that truth. And here we go. Tarot's just giving me the backstory, a mile-long backstory. It's not what we asked about certain things that have made you unhappy. Now, I have to say, Liam, are you feeling manipulated about something in your life right now? Or that someone might have manipulated you? Or this could be even feeling insecure or a lack of confidence. Something like, I don't have the resources that I need or want. I don't have the resources, all the resources I need to go for my dreams. Oh, Ivana, welcome. Hey, honey. Good to see you. Yes. And welcome back. Yes, yes. Well, I guess if you were subscribed, you wouldn't have to hunt for me. Now, you know that, right? Okay, let me see what Liam says. By people, yes, and also insecure is don't have the money and lost it. Helping others. Oh, yes, that makes perfect sense. Well, that makes perfect sense. Now, thank you for that, because this didn't feel like who you are innately. It was just telling me that story. You regret because of money that you lost. See, sometimes tarot is so literal, and I try to make it hard. And people, probably there was some betrayal, or that people didn't tell you the truth. There we go. Which then reflects, thank you for that, Liam. I'm looking for something deep, and tarot's just telling me the literal story here, what you just said. In business, yep. So there was deception here, right? There was deception. And this King of Swords could have been a person that deceived you. That's what that could mean too. Caused unhappiness. Okay, here we go. That's my modus operandi sometimes. That I go in to do something, and somehow I make, even working out, I try to make things harder than they are. I don't need consciously make things harder, but I forget sometimes tarot is just as literal as it can be, right? Somebody manipulated you, yeah, and you're healing from that. So, oh, Stephen, you know what? I think it was, and you left. You lost, didn't you? You left. You left and lost your place. You have to be here if you're going to get a reading, right? Was in business with, Liam says it was in a business with a friend and went well, but he fell into drugs. Oh, no, and spent all the money. Caused the business a full collapse. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's a horrible story. Well, thank you for clearing this up for me. I'm being selfish here, but it just wasn't hitting for me, and that makes so much more sense here. All right, now that we know the backstory, because apparently I have to always get the backstory. Now, I see. Now, where was your question? Lost friendship. Oh, that's even worse. And more through it. That's even worse. No wonder you're questioning where you're going, Liam. And you do always overthink it. You say, well, thank you for, ADHD, I can relate to that. Me and a couple of my family members, and you're autistic too. Oh, bless your heart. You have got a full plate, don't you? You're saying you follow it, and very right, to put a positive attitude, but deep down, I'm not myself, and that makes sense. Okay, Liam, thank you. I appreciate you helping me make that. So, see, you came here to help me tonight. Did you know that? You came here to help me tonight to make sense of these cards. Well, Spirit is asking you to please be patient, and yes, with your circumstance. This is being patient with you, though. That I got a big message. This is about you being patient. Spirit is asking you to be patient with you while they help you balance things out. That's he's saying, help many others in their businesses and got nothing in return and spat me out when they didn't need me. Oh, that's hideous. That is so hideous. People are so cruel. Can be. They're not always. People are selfish, greedy, can be. Not everybody, but oh, Liam, I'm so sorry. Now I was going back to find me actually original question about direction, because I kind of wanted to come back to that. 1 second. Am I doing the right things, and where can I improve? Okay. Yeah, Tara's just reflecting more, telling the story. Okay, good. Okay. Because Tara's being so literal tonight and saying, this is your energy. And it's just she on the card, he, she, it doesn't matter. There's no tarot in gender. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's extremely nurturing. She's practical, as I feel you are. literally, provide this on the card. It says providing financially, or a working parent, providing. So you help provide for others, not just yourself. You take care of it, and I think you take care of your family and all those too. But this is causing, because of what happened, you're holding back. This is the Fool card in reverse. I'm afraid to take a risk. Now, you know, what is that saying? Once burned, shame on you, twice burned, shame on me. And so you're afraid. You're just afraid to take a risk. I just realized my mic was probably down there and not sounding so hot. I hope it wasn't muffled, guys. I apologize. So, yes, now, but it is saying that cycle is coming to an end, or come to an end. That's the end of that cycle. I like that a lot. But you know what I'm also hearing, Liam? I'm hearing that, okay, it's an end to collaborations, right? That you've had a hard time moving on. Emotionally, you're having a hard time moving on from that. I get it, because people put you out in the cold. Tarot's just telling the story here quite literally tonight. Overwhelmed, yes, confusion, more, making choices, right. But I know this, where is it? Where I put it back in the deck? Did I put it back in here? Hang on a minute. Yeah, here it goes. I just feel this is like 3 messages here in this one card. All of this, excuse me, is coming to an end. This stuff. That was a yawn. I apologize. It's not the company here. I'm enjoying your company. It can also mean an end, because this card was underneath, an end of a cycle of collaboration with others. And what I heard with that is, I think maybe this is your, I'm not going to say wake-up call, but might be opportunity. We're going to go back to the ho-ho, the healing opportunity. Opportunity for you to explore, and it may be a pivot point that encourages you to explore doing something more entrepreneurial, working on your own, not always looking for a partner, doing something solo. And I think part of that was because you felt, maybe because of some of the things that you mentioned that you are challenged with, maybe you felt more comfortable working with other people. Like maybe you felt on some level that other people kind of took up slack for the things that you didn't do as well as you would like, and that sort of thing. And so you were looking for somebody to do that. And I feel like Spirit is saying that's over. It's time. Yeah, Isabel, isn't that true, Isabel? Yes, people are messed up. They are so, get me going. I'm just, it's so weird. I'm getting this real entrepreneurial energy off of this cycle ending for you, is closing that door because you're ready. It's like, that's what it is. Thank you. I feel like this was saying, yeah, you did all this, and look, you survived it. Yeah, you took some hits, you took some losses, but I feel like now Spirit is saying, but you're stronger for it. You're stronger. Now you know what not to do. And I just think that now you'll have a better success at being out on your own. You do need to get your confidence back up, Liam. You do. You absolutely need to get your confidence back up. And you need to see this Six of Swords. I'd never seen this. This is a beginner deck that I don't even know how long I've had this deck. But anyway, I don't agree with many of the meanings that they print on these cards, but I've never even seen that one, and it's so perfect for you. The Six of Swords in reverse, to us, most of us readers, is something you can't move on from. You need to move on from it, but you can't. You hadn't put it down. But here on this card, it's saying personal transition, even in the reverse. So I really feel that energy, but it also means resistance to change. And so I think that's where you are right now. You're resistant to change because you know you've been left out in the cold and how that sucked, basically. I'm reading his comment. He's saying, my dream was to make a business that meant something and to be proud of it. Well, absolutely, that's a beautiful dream. But never believed I could do it, okay? And with being shot down more times than not, it brings you down. Well, absolutely it does, Liam, and my heart goes out to you because it does. After a while, I mean, you just get tired of getting kicked, right? That's what you feel like. I totally understand that. But that is not the energy I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling, oddly, despite all this mess, I'm feeling a very positive energy for you. But we're back to that conversation you were here for earlier about positivity, the law of attraction. What you're thinking creates your reality. So I'm going to ask you to get on that same train and get busy getting happy, right? Find something to feel good about yourself about every day. Look in the mirror. I really like your smile, or I really like, and make every day, say something nice to yourself. I really like how you picked yourself up and kept on going. I really like your strength. I really, start saying good things about yourself, and it'll help you get out of that, hopefully will help you get out of that feeling less than, you just lost your confidence. You had the wind knocked out of you, so to speak, the wind out of your sails, all those good sayings, but it makes you want to pull the covers over your head and not get up in the morning. I understand, I really do. But Liam, I honestly feel like you've been through it. I think you're out of it. The world card, the end of that cycle, the end of that. And now you just have to, it doesn't matter how many times we get knocked down. You've heard this saying, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is how many times you get back up. So this is your ho-ho. You got to get back up again, Liam. You got to get back up and get yourself back out there. I mean, and I just feel, I have a very positive feeling about you going forward. I think whatever this next thing is you invest in for yourself is going to make. I don't know what that is, or going to be a great idea. I don't know what it is yet. Never get up. Yes, I love that. That's your motto. Never give up. Well, amen to that. I know, because I certainly have been knocked down my share of times, but I'm a Scorpio, and we get a lot of bad press. But I do think one of the advantages, although we go through enormous transformation, we get knocked down so many times. One of our symbols is the phoenix, because, yeah, we get knocked down a lot, but we always get back up. And so you're Sagittarius. Awesome. So you got a birthday coming up, right? Soon? Yes. We're in Sagittarius now. Thank you, Isabel. That's sweet. Yes. Yes, Liam, you just got to get past all that. Put that in the rearview mirror, as they say. 5th of December. Okay, well, happy early birthday if I don't remember to say that to you later. Happy birthday, Liam. That's awesome. And I think you should celebrate yourself. Seriously. I don't know what your tradition is, or if you're going to be around family or friends or whatever, but I'm hearing it's very important for you to celebrate you on your next birthday, Liam. So I want you to do that, okay? Do something. I don't care if it's go to the bakery and buy yourself a cupcake and stick a candle in it and sing yourself happy birthday in the mirror, whatever. But do something that for yourself that honors you, okay, for your birthday. Because celebrate, hey, we're here. We're getting to live in life, and yeah, it's hard sometimes, but we woke up today, right? We are still here, and we can't give up. We got to keep going, and sometimes the biggest, hardest job we do is loving ourselves through all that. So anyway, Liam, okay. Hi, Caroline. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, now let me get back up here to Stephen, if you're still here, and then Baby Angel. And if Stephen's not here, Baby Angel, I'm going to move to you and move it on down the line. Thank you, Alex, for being patient and being here and being such a good supporter for people in the chat and for me. Thank you. Okay, let me see. All right, so go down here in this. Stephen, are you still here? Stephen, if you're still here. Because if you guys don't know, I don't like to do readings for people and they'll type their question, then they'll go make themselves a hamburger or go walk the dog or what and come back and then rewind. No, I want your energy here when I'm talking to you in the chat, because not only does it help help me to tune into your energy, but it's just respectful. Please have some manners. I want you guys here. I'm here reading for you, so I want you to be here connecting with me too. I want your energy. Just being silly. Okay. So Caroline, I've been doing readings for people tonight. That's what we're doing. And you might get to ask a question. If Stephen doesn't answer me, I've got one ahead of you here, and that would be Baby Angel. Where are you, honey? Baby Angel. Are you still here, Baby Angel? If you're here, Baby Angel, and I'm not hearing, okay, perfect. I think Stephen's gone, so you want to type your, oh, Isabel, you're here too, okay. Who was first? I can't remember. Y'all tell me who was first. Don't make me go back up here and have to look through all this chat. Isabel, were you here or Baby Angel? Who was here first? Baby Angel first, and then, okay. Thank y'all so much. See, it's hard to be in the reading energy and then go over there and chat too. And I've lost my moderator, bless her heart, but she's going through some stuff, so we'll just wish her well. I know she can't do everything. Nobody can, and her doggie's sick, her best friend is sick, and I'm sad. Okay, Kate, I'm not sure. I've got two ahead of you, honey. Let me see if I can, how long these readings take. All right, so Baby Angel first, and then you, Isabel, okay? Baby Angel, what's your question, honey? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I had to because, and you're not going to be able to see these, one of my students, I have a thing for owls, and one of my students gave me these awesome earrings. I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not. They're actually owls with a face carved into them and then a little jewel down at the bottom. I mean, they're just gorgeous. So I had to wear something that went with those, of course, right? And I love them. Let me see if I can get it back on here now. Thank you. Okay, just a message from your guides. That's right. Open for anything. All right, well, let's see. I don't need tarot for that. Let's see. All right, let me tune in. Even your watch. Well, this watch died, and then it miraculously came back to life. I don't know. I thought I was going to have to buy a new one, but thank you. I try. Thank you for noticing. Y'all be surprised one day if I show up in my pajamas, wouldn't you? And it was cold as Jesus out here today, so I have a few layers on. All right, let me tune in for you, Baby Angel. What do your guides say? Please and thank you. Guides for Baby Angel. Do you have any messages for Baby Angel, please? Baby Angel, can you give me just your first name, please? I don't need your whole name. Could you just give me your first name, your real name? Unless it is Baby, in which case that's fine too, but it helps me bring the energy in. Yeah, I didn't wear any other rings or because I went to the nail salon. I don't like to get them yucky. Winnie, okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Guys, can you please bring in any messages for Winnie, please? Are you in school, Winnie? I know, I love that name too. Winnie, are you in school? Can you answer that for me? No, you're old. Okay. Then this, oh, sorry, my, oh, gosh, I forgot to do that again. Hang on a second, y'all, 1 second. I don't like how Apple has redone their screen thing here. Okay, there we go. Then this has something to do with something else that something you're learning about. Well, beginner's mind, that's right. We used to have a saying at the dojo when I was doing martial arts, you want to have beginner's mind for life. In other words, even if you've got a black belt in judo and you come into the dojo and you want to learn aikido, you want to leave your judo outside. You want to come not thinking, it's not that you're ignorant, but you want to come with a fresh mind. My cup is empty. I want to learn what you have to teach me, what I can learn here. So it's called beginner's mind for life. You want to go through life like that, always looking for new and fun things, not showing what you know, but being a receptor for what you know, if that makes sense. Because they're just talking about you learning something. So let me see if I can get something else here for you. Do you read Baby Angel? Because this, I don't know. I can't tell if I'm in your energy yet or not. Do you read the newspaper, whether even if it's print, like on an iPad? I get news things on my iPad or print newspaper. I don't even know if they do that anymore. Do you read the news like that? There's something about learning and news, and I'm not sure where we're going with this yet. And if any of you have not hit that like button, I would be very grateful. It's just your way of saying thank you for me being here. Thank you. Please and thank you. You kind of avoid the news. Me too. I'm right there with you. Boy, I do. Well, then I don't, that's not your injury. I don't know what the hell they're trying to get me to see here. Let me see. What else? Come on, come on, come on. Give me something for Baby Angel here. Oh, maybe this is it. So, Baby Angel, you said you're older, so obviously your mother's not here. Did your mother like to read the newspaper? Or one of your parents? I think maybe your mother. Oh, good night, Liam. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless you too. I wish you many blessings. Thank you so much for being here. Think positive. Get busy getting happy, Liam. So, Baby Angel, can you answer that for me? All right. Hang on, I'm trying to make that go away, and I can't. How do I? Oh, there we go. Okay. She said, on her way out. Okay. That's probably what this is about then. Yeah, she kind of has a foot in both worlds right now, doesn't she? When you're with her, does she know who you are? I mean, when you say on her way out, I'm not sure if you mean mentally or physically or... I know I'm the one asking you all the questions right now, but this is my process. Okay, thank you. What in the hell are you trying to tell me? Hold on. I'm not giving up. Well, one message that's coming through for you is not to doubt yourself. Something you did recently, it was like you got, I don't know, this could be reversed, but it's like you either didn't do something and then later you said, I knew I should have done that, or vice versa. Maybe you knew you shouldn't do it, but you did it, and then you said, I knew I shouldn't do that. So something like that. I mean, I can kind of see you just standing there. I knew it. I knew it. And so sometimes I don't think you trust your own intuition. And what are you telling me? And what does this have to do with anything? Help me, please. Winnie would like something here besides questions. Come on, she wants answers. Okay, all right, you're answering my question about your mother. But, okay, yeah, she doesn't recognize you, but she may have moments. Okay, that's explained that. Hi, Tanya, welcome. I think there's a couple ahead of you, Tanya. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to you or not, honey. It just depends on how long these take. So that's, I think, what they're trying to tell me here. Now it's starting, I hope, make sense. Because I can feel she has a foot in what I call a foot in both worlds. She's mostly not here consciously, and of course her health is not good. But that's what they're telling me. But she does, you don't know it, but she does know more when you're there than you think she does. And we're back to that newspaper thing. Maybe that's what they're trying to say, because she was the one that read the newspapers. I know this is not what you wanted, but I'm sorry, I have to go with what's given me. Read the newspaper to her. Do you read to her when you go there? Because they're saying something about read a newspaper to her. Something about reading newspapers to her. And again, I don't even know if you can buy a newspaper in print anymore. I really don't. But you can get like the, am I saying this right? Epoch or Epoch? I can't. Epoch Times, EPOCH, is delivered to your inbox, and New York Times and all the newspapers, whatever her favorite was, you can get it delivered to your email, in your email inbox. I know I've got one ahead of you, Tanya. I'm not sure yet, hon. You can do that. Okay, good. I did that when I last saw her. Oh, so that, okay. This is starting to finally, hopefully, make sense. She's saying I can do that, and I did that when I last saw her, but not often. Okay. That's what they're trying to say is I think it helps bring her back and helps her, of course, connect with you when you do that, because she enjoyed it. That was something that she very much, and why I don't have those on. She enjoyed that very much, and it's meaningful. So I think she would very much like that. So that's like a message from your mother that's on the other side, the part of her that's on the other side, to her guides, to your guides, to my guides, to... No wonder that's so convoluted. That's crazy. Gosh. Oh, well, it is sweet, isn't it, Isabel? It really, really is. It's challenging for me to stay with it, because sometimes I just think, okay, well, I'm just wrong and I'm not and sometimes I say I just have to dig deeper to kind of figure out what they're trying to tell me, because after all, I'm just a human. Okay, guys, can you hand me anything else, please? Anything else, please, for baby angels? Yes, that is love. I know, that is, oh, that's lovely. Oh, the last few letters of that word was cut off on my screen. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you feel that way, because that is essentially the process that's happening. I mean, of course, I'm not on the other side. I can't speak to that 100%, but that's what it feels like. It's kind of got filtered down, but it got here, didn't it? Anything else, please, for baby angel? Something maybe a little more direct? Baby angel, do you have a good friend of yours that's really going through something difficult right now? I mean, it could be a sister or family member, but it feels like a friend. Because you're coming across as very needed right now in her life. So I don't know who this is for you. And I don't think you understand. See, I say she's going through a lesson. Yes, okay. Well, the message for you from your guides is, I don't think... Liam, I thought you were going to bed. What are you doing here still? You said goodnight already. I'm hoping tomorrow during the day, Liam, I'll come back on. I can't tell you what time, I'm sorry. I'm still working on a house clearing, and I need to get a couple of hours on that job because that's very energetically draining, and I need to do that first before I come here. So I can't tell you, but I think sometime after lunch, it's in the afternoon, most likely. Okay, so baby angel, you're saying, but doesn't feel like something she can't get through. I talk to her often to support. Okay, well, that's the point here. Thank you for that. Yeah, oh, you're very welcome, Liam. You have a great night too. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow if it works. Baby angel, that's what I think the message is, just about that very thing. To you, it's just a conversation and you're not doing much. What you don't know is you really are holding her up right now. I think whatever this is, either, now this, hold on. Okay, this could be also something, in other words, apologies. This could be something that's coming up, okay, because she's going through something not so bad. I think there's something secondary that's coming. Either she's dealing with that already and she's not telling you, or it's not happened yet and it's going to happen. But either way, you don't know how much your support is helping this friend, this person. You think you're just having kind of an everyday conversation, but it's so much more than that, and it means more, and you're not, what you may not know, because most people don't deal with energy like I do, you're just being a friend. You're just doing what friends do, right? Having a conversation. But what you don't know is, by virtue of you reaching out and having a conversation, even if it's a text message, but particularly a conversation like a phone conversation, and you have an intent, your intention, energy follows intention, energy follows thought. I'm having a thought that I'm going to reach out to check on my friend. Your energy is going there. So energetically, you are supporting your friend in addition to your words, your thoughts, your conversation. And I think your person really needs that right now. Or again, this could be predictory. Is that a word? This could be saying it's not happened yet. What is that word? That your presence is felt more in a positive way, and that's not the word, felt, I don't know, because that's not what they're, it's more meaningful than you realize, very possibly on an energy level, not just a friendship level. Whew, that was difficult to get out. I felt like I was pulling that out of myself. So it means more, regardless of what level of energy, physical, emotional. Your support means more than you are aware it does. And so Spirit is just, first of all, acknowledging you for being selfless in the way you help this person. But also, it's just, again, they're just saying, you don't know that what you're doing is bigger than you realize. That's a good way to say it. Okay, anything else for baby angel? Baby angel, do you have a little dog? Like a little, I don't know, Yorkie kind of size dog? Oh, good, good. I'm glad you like that confirmation. Good. Because it really, and I'm glad you get what I mean. Yeah, that's a long time she passed. Okay, well, she's here to say hello. She's here to say hello. Okay, yeah, because they're showing me you with this dog in your lap, and okay. Yeah, I know you meant the dog. I know you did. You meant the dog's passed. Yeah, because the dog is here to say hello. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, I love it when pets come through. Aww. Oh, that's so sweet. So she would sit in your lap. I mean, this is a common thing. This is not like some psychic prediction. This is a common thing. But they're showing me a picture. Like you would sit on the couch watching TV, and the dog would be in your lap, and you would just be sitting there, just literally just stroking the dog. And I mean, it's like you could just, and she loved it and you loved it, and it was just like little heaven for the two of you, just, you know. So she's saying thank you for loving me. I love that. Yeah, I can just see it's like a little brownish terrier type, Yorkie terrier type of little dog. Oh, yes, they can. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, yes, they can come in, but absolutely. Now, I don't get them as frequently as I get people coming in, but but they absolutely do come in, and you get to see them and be with them again when you cross over. Isn't that cool? Love that. I'm so glad. Yes. Anything else now? I think we're going to wrap this up for baby angel. Okay, well, maybe not. Hold on, y'all. Do I get to sleep tonight? I'm just asking. I'm just playing with them. Okay, light brownish hair dog. That's what I'm seeing. Yep. Maybe darker on the ears a little bit. Yep, 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 yep. All right, I don't know if this is yours, baby angel, or somebody else's. I keep hearing nephew. Like crossed over, somebody that's crossed over, like young man, a boy, young man, I don't know how old, 8-ish. Can you give me more, please? This is why I can't guarantee y'all, because I get down these paths with spirit, and sometimes I can't get back to y'all as quickly, and I know y'all don't have all night to sit here, so bear with me. Is anybody claiming this young man that's crossed over here? If not, we'll move on. And you can come back another time. Yes, that's me. How old? I'm going to say 8 or 9-ish, somewhere in there, Isabel. 8 or 9-ish. Brownish, lighter brown hair. Kind of a roundish face. Sweet young man. Is that ringing any bells? Not for you, baby angel? Okay. Isabel, would that be somebody for you? Because you're up next, as I recall. Kate, that might be you. No, this is somebody who's crossed over, Kate. Yeah, somebody that's crossed over. But similar to my brother who's passed, he was 23, brown hair, round face. Okay, well, this could be what's called, I don't know yet, well, I'll get more into it. Excuse me. I have to see what else they say or what else he wants to say, because there's this thing called a piggyback reading. And what it means is sometimes I'll bring through a message and I'll talk about, like just now, this is a perfect example. It's actually, I think on YouTube, it's only happened one other time for me, where I describe physically the person, but then I talk about, then he brings through a message, but then the message is for someone who also has a person who fits that description, like Isabel just said, even though the age doesn't match, but the messages match. It's called the piggyback thing. So I don't know that that's what's happening. Let me get into it. Let's see. All right, so what would you like to talk about? What would you like to say? Okay, this particular, again, now bear in mind, as I'm talking about this as if this was an 8-year-old boy. But Isabel, if this relates, what I'm saying relates to who you knew, your brother, then just bear in mind that, forget the age part. Because he's talking about running around in the country. And what he's showing me is me when I was a child. My brother and I, we lived out from town and we had acres, and we would just leave the house in the day and we'd go climb on rocks and run through the woods and just have a big time outside. And my mother had a big cast iron bell she had mounted by the door. And that's how we knew when it was lunchtime or dinner time. She would ring the bell and we could hear it from far away wherever we were out in the playing outside. And that's how we knew to come home for lunch. But we would just roam in the woods. We loved being out in the woods and playing. And they're showing me that kind of energy for this young man. So I don't get the feeling he was a city boy, or he just loved doing that when he had the chance. But I don't think that's it. Okay, is any of that ringing true for either of you, possibly? Now, Kate, this could be, again, for, I don't think it's a lie person, but again, if this is a piggyback thing, it could be, yes, okay, that's how we were raised in the South. Exactly. Exactly. I was raised in South Georgia. That's what we did. I mean, we lived in a lake where there were snakes and alligators and all. Good God, I rode my bike without a helmet. I probably ran with scissors, and yet I'm still here. It's amazing. Oh, goodness. I mean, we would walk across the road, down the dirt road to my friends across the railroad tracks. We would just go for miles. I don't know. Came home when we got hungry. Or it was dark. My brother and I would go out in the boat at night and go frog gigging, and there was so much that could have happened and never did. Bless us. We were lucky. Anyway. Okay, let me see if there's anything else coming through here. Let's get on with this. Okay, so this could have been your brother showing me, kind of what to relate to your childhood. Sometimes they do that too, and then they'll skip in time. So let me see, Isabel, if this is for you. I don't know. What else, please? What else? What else? Okay, Isabel, is this for you? He's showing me himself and a girl, so I don't know if this is you, like throwing rocks. Like, I don't know if you live near water or you just played, or whenever you went to somewhere, like throwing, like you would throw rocks, but then there's two things: skipping rocks on the water, or just throwing rocks. Like there's a pile of rocks and you're just picking them up and looking at them and throwing, and I don't know if you're throwing them at cans or throwing them at trees. I don't know, but there's something about throwing rocks here. Does that relate to any memory? Skipping rocks. Okay, skipping rocks. All right, all right. So this might be for you then. Might be your brother coming through. Skipping rocks. Okay, I just see you picking up rocks and throwing them. All right, what else? Oh. Oh, he's saying, did you know you were my best friend? Was he younger than you or older than you? That's sweet. Oh, Caroline, thank you. I'm glad y'all are entertained, even though it's not your reading. Thank you, and I'm glad. Yeah, it is emotional for people, especially if it's their message. I thought he was older. Yeah, he was older by 2 years, and you were very close to him. Yeah, and because I'm feeling a lot of energy. If y'all have been here before, you hear me talk about my brother and I were very close. We were 7 years apart, but we were very close. And half the stuff y'all said, I can't put them all up. These are his feathers, his photo, his ashes are right behind, right. You can't see them. I don't think the box is right there. So I'm getting a feel of that kind of energy here. Because again, they showed me in my childhood and my brother, and it feels very similar to what, anyway, that's how mediums work. Sometimes they show us things about ourselves and our own experiences so that we can relate the story to you through our experiences. All right, what else? Okay, now he's bringing something up about string. Something you did with string. What is this about string? I'm just seeing a ball of string. Winding string around it. Something about string. Does that mean anything to you at all? Unless this is you, because again, sometimes I'm not clear on the timelines. They show me these little vignettes. So usually what they do, typically what they'll do is they'll show me things from the past. Okay, all right, hold on. And what they'll do, so you know who this person is. And then sometimes what they do is they'll fast forward to something in your life, something current. Like do you knit or something? Have you just been rolling a ball of yarn, or were you trussing a chicken with cooking string, or something, to have done anything like that recently? Or maybe you have somebody in your life now that there was something to do with string. So it could be something with you currently that he's showing me. Because I haven't done that recently. That's something I've done recently. I haven't trussed a chicken, that's a term, right, in a while. I wanted to try to learn, but I'm very busy. That's probably what he's telling. He's probably saying you need to do that, because I'm hearing this energy about, it's like looking, or like imagine I'm holding a ball of yarn, for example. And it's like a meditation kind of experience. It's immersive, and you kind of get lost in. And so that's sort of the energy that he's showing me is this, yeah, like you're getting mesmerized, slow motion rolling the yarn around the ball kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. So I think he's saying that would be good for you because it would help calm down. It's a calming experience. It could be a calming habit. But it's also mainly a message, a way of him acknowledging that he sees what you're doing, even though you're not doing it. He knows you're thinking about it. He knows, you can see that leap, right? Even though they're physically on the other side, they see what goes on for us. And so I think this is his way of coming through to acknowledge to you that he is still here, that he sees you, that he knows what's going on in your life, even if you're just thinking about knitting. He's acknowledging that, okay? That's often how they work most of the time when they come through for me. That's basically the message, is they tell you these things so you know who it is, but then they just want you to know, hey, I'm fine over here. Just wanted to say hi, but I'm fine over here. Don't worry about me. Let's see, would you say I haven't felt him or dreamed about him in the last year? So I've been wondering. Well, there you go. I think that's your confirmation. I think that's definitely your confirmation. Thank you, Kate. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how my process works. And I know a number of mediums that do that kind of thing. They work similarly. I mean, I'm not a Matt Frazier or somebody famous, but you know, or even that good, but that's, anyway, enough about me. Is there anything else, please, you'd like to bring through or say? They're coming back to, now this was a message, y'all talked to so many people tonight. I think this was for baby Angel. So I'm hearing something about school again, something about learning in school. And I don't think you're in school, but there's something. What are you trying to say to me? Can you make this clearer, please? Or maybe you're thinking about going back to school. That could be. Are you thinking about taking a course of some kind or something? Or have you been talking to somebody in your family that's taking a course of learning of some kind? Kate, absolutely. I can't talk to dead people unless I believe in reincarnation. Oh, yes. For me, that wouldn't work. Absolutely. And I've had personal experiences. I've had many I've gone back and seen many of I've had personal experiences about it. So yes, I do. Let's see, Isabel, what did you say? That's crazy. I came in here for my household situation and my brother pops up. Welcome to my world. You literally never know what's going to come out on these lives. I mean, sometimes it's like, oh, I'll just pop on here and do 2 or 3 love readings and I'll be out. No. No, I never know what's going to come through here. So I appreciate y'all always hanging in here. I love these viewers, especially if I'm not reading for you and yet you're still here. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Okay, baby angel, what did you say? I'm picking up to go deeper with my spiritual or psychic gifts. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. Love it. Well, I keep thinking, I've had a couple of people ask me if I would kind of teach them a little bit about that. And y'all, I just need to clone myself. I can't do everything I want to do. Do y'all have that problem? I mean, I know how to do it. I've got the platform to do it. It's just finding the time to add more things. And I have to say, honestly, at my age, I just, you don't have the energy when you're this age as you do when you're younger, and I'm not whining about it. I do very well for my age. I run circles around most people my age, I'm just saying. So I'm not complaining, but it's finding balance with all that. But anyway, Kate, let me see what you said. It says, I'm very close with my son, and my Mimi, grandma, had passed away, and I haven't had a connection with anyone else like I did with her. I always wonder if she came back as my little one. Oh, that could happen, because we do reincarnate in soul groups. Okay, now people think about soulmates as being a lover, that not necessarily. You can have soulmates, can be a family member, can be a friend, can be your boss. I mean, but usually soul groups are your close family network. So that's very possible. Caroline, let's see. Please, by no means I am imposing, but when is my turn on the list? I am very much need for guidance tonight. Well, Caroline, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you would be next unless I've missed. I know Isabel wasn't here. Isabel, are you okay with what we've done tonight? I know that wasn't what you were wanting, but I think that's pretty nice that he came through for you, and I'm delighted that happened. Let me finish with Isabel, Caroline. And was Kate, were you here? Did you have a question before Isabel? I can't remember. Y'all have to sort that out here for me in the comments. Who was first, please? Okay, let's see. Is there anything else for Isabel, though, while we're on this? No, don't think so, Isabella. Pulling his energy back now. But he just wanted to say thank you for being his best friend is actually the message he gave me. Thank you for being his best friend. Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, put a lump in my throat. Sorry, hang on. That was so sweet. Give me a second, y'all. Yes, I get emotional even though I do this. I get emotional. Whew. Because that touched me on a level with my brother too. Because he's saying, thank you for being my best friend. You made my short life so much better that you were in it. And you didn't. This is the part that got me, because there was a message that came to me, and I won't go into all that, after my brother passed, that from a medium that said, speaking for my brother said, he didn't know that I loved him as much as I loved him until he crossed over. And that's sort of the energy here is, you don't know how much you meant to him. You know, anyway, that's that message. I don't need to get all on that track with me, but he's just saying thank you for being his best friend while he was here. And okay, thank you. Okay. Whew. I hope that was good for you, Isabel. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Isabel. I know that wasn't what you were going to ask, but I love it when they come through, and I try to honor that, of course, so they'll keep coming, right? Yeah, I am kind of tired. I'm waning, as they say here. Let me, Caroline or Kate, Kate says, I thought I was after Caroline if you have the time. And Caroline, I would like to know what Oscar's real intentions are toward me. Okay. And Isabella is saying, yes, I always speak to him and tell him I hope he knew the tough love was because I cared about him more than he knew. I love that. And see, I'm a tough love one too, so I get that. Yes, it's because we love them. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, good. I'm glad you talked to him, because often here when this comes up, I always try to let people know that you should do that. If there's someone you're hoping to hear from or want to hear from, talk to them like they're in the room. And thank you for the hearts, guys. Talk to them like they're in the room with you, because often they are. They're there with you. Fine, free, and fine. I do not know if, I don't remember your handle, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And you said, I learned something in a reading of yours. Thank you for making the content. Well, how very nice of you to say that. It is my pleasure, and I'm so glad that I was able to share something tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, those kind of comments make me want to do this more. Thank you. I mean, I don't need stroking, but it's awfully nice when you get a little positive thing. So, you're new. Okay, good. I like newbies. Newbies are welcome. All right, now let me get up here to Caroline. Let me find, okay, you want to know what Oscar's real intentions towards you are. All right, what deck, please, for Caroline? That's unusual. Bear with me, y'all. I've got my little deck here. Okay. All right. Please and thank you. Please tell me, what are Oscar's feelings for? No. She didn't ask feelings. Intentions. Difference, isn't there? All right. Please tell me, what are Oscar's intentions toward Caroline? Please and thank you. Oh, I'm going to have to get my glasses out for these little cards. 1 second. I don't know which one of those you want me to take, Spirit, so please give me those again. All right, I'm going to reserve judgment here before these cards get out. We ask about intentions, Caroline. I did say feelings, but intentions. Because I'm not too crazy about what's come out here, and I'll explain in a second. Let me get, oh shoot, I know y'all can't see those when I put them there. Oh, what else, please, for Caroline? Is that all that turned over? Well, so far this doesn't look too good, I'm sorry to say. You got the Two of Pentacles, which is somebody juggling. Now, this can mean juggling you with work, or juggling you with family or commitments or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean another person, but I think you're feeling, this can also mean overwhelmed, so maybe your person's just overwhelmed. But the Five of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords is winning at all costs, sabotage. Well, in the upright, it's self-sabotage. But this is somebody who has ego and pride. Now, in the reverse, they could be rethinking that, like, oh, why did I do that? And I say that, but I think that is the meaning. Because the Hangman in the upright is right next to that, which says this is somebody who is in self-imposed timeout here, trying to get a new perspective about what. Now, this is what made me say that these two cards, this is the Three of Cups in the reverse, which could indicate another person. I hate to say that. And the Star in reverse, this can either mean wish is not coming true, or somebody's not done healing, or, you know, that's just, or somebody who's unhealed. Let me keep going here for you. Nine of Cups in the reverse at the bottom. This is unhappiness. That's not good. Sorry, sweetie, this is not looking real positive. Victory, but at what cost, I'm wondering. That can also be Six of Wands can sometimes mean, because it's falling under the Two of Pentacles here, this person wants, again, I keep feeling that energy of winning at all costs. Like, this is somebody who likes, maybe wants too much attention. I mean, it's not in the reverse, so it didn't necessarily mean that strictly, but let's see what else. Pardon me. Let's see what else comes with this Five of Swords here. Show me what comes with this Five of Swords. Okay. Let me feel this energy here just a minute. Oh, did I mention y'all need to hit the like button? Have I said that in the last 10 minutes? If I didn't, I'm saying it, please and thank you. We have to always do that here on YouTube. The Ace of Wands came out sideways. Now, in the upright, this is a passionate new beginning. In the reverse, it's saying a missed opportunity, or oftentimes for me as a reader, it means I've lost passion for something. You know, in a relationship reading, this is, I don't have passion for you anymore. But it's sideways. So this says it's neither or. It's in the process of this person is deciding, basically, or could be wondering if you are. But we ask about intentions. Followed by the Page of Pentacles in the upright. Pages are messengers, but this is also about learning. This is the student card. What learning? What learning? Let me see. What else? 3 more cards, please, Spirit. On Oscar, please. And thank you. Please and thank you. Okay, what cards, please? 3 more cards, please. Tell me more. Thank you. Ooh, well, okay. Well, this is falling under the Hangman. So what they're trying to understand here, get this new perspective about, is their feelings for you. The Ace of Cups means love. Do I want to bring? They're trying to decide. Yeah, things are being illuminated. All right, let me get 2 more cards here. Ooh, more than 2, but we'll take them. No. It's a hard no, all right, with these last cards that fell out. All right. Sorry. Intentions we ask about. So it looks to me like intentions may say, this person may come to you because they want your attention, not intention, attention. They may come to you saying, I want to be passionate, or I want to start over potentially because I've learned my lessons. They may tell you they love you, but there's an injustice here. This is injustice, imbalance. Now, if this person was married and you were in a third party, this could be saying, I'm going to divorce my partner. I mean, literally that could be, I don't know your story, but the 3 of Swords, this is my third party card, and it's in the upright saying this will break your heart. This, or it could be saying, if you know, if this is your story and they're in a relationship with somebody else, although we've got some of those cards here. I'm not leaving my partner. I'm not going to divorce them, and that's what breaks your heart. Because you're ending up here with the 9 of Wands, a very heavy burden. Now, 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. But can also mean putting up a wall, being defensive. Yep, and the 4 of Pentacles is the Miser card. 9 of Swords, sleepless nights. 7 of, and sleep, yeah, oh please. 4 of Pentacles, all right. So, what this may be telling me, if this is your story now, you may or may not, I don't know if Oscar has somebody you know about or something. Third parties, again, I always have to say, are not necessarily another romantic partner. Again, could be a job, could be a family situation, could be a health issue, could be a dog, I don't know, but because I didn't get like 2 queens in the reading. but something that's come between you guys is what I'm feeling. I get the feeling this person's going to try to hold on to you, though. But the Nine of Swords is, this is sleepless nights, agony. It does resonate? Okay, thank you. Thank you for verifying that for me. Because now we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is the quintessential card of deception, lies, and cheating. Now in reverse, it can mean something coming back, but it's never the same. It's never the same. It could mean this person wants to make amends, but I don't feel that. With all these other cards out here, oh girl, I'm not feeling it. The Chariot in reverse, I feel like this is saying there is no forward movement here. Now we ask intentions, so even if this person comes back and says, hey baby, I'm bringing my wand, you want to get together, I don't think this is not looking at all like something for the long term for you. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse, Strength card. Yeah, Truth, and Two of Cups in reverse. I don't feel good about this. Oh, you've got to go, baby angel. Thanks for the reading. Love every bit of it. Take care and see you next time. You are so very welcome. I'm so glad you came. Thank you for being here tonight and for asking your great questions. Thank you for being patient with me as I got through all that. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you, baby angel. Caroline, I don't think this bodes well for you and your future with this person, and I don't say that lightly. I don't like to go there. I don't, but too many of these cards are saying the same thing. You're going to have to be strong to get the truth out of this person. The Two of Cups is in reverse. That's basically saying a breakup. And the Sun in reverse is unhappiness, things maybe not being seen. Page of Cups in reverse because somebody's emotionally unavailable, or Page of Cups in reverse can be even too emotional, or even drinking too much, or I mean, can be a number of things. Yeah. And you've got a Four of Wands in there. It could be, so if this person is married, I just think that this does not bode well for you. Regardless of what they tell you, and you ask me what their intentions are, I feel like this is the truth. Their intentions for you are not good. Can I say that? Let me say that. Their intentions for you are selfish. How about that? That's what I'm getting from this. Their intentions are either selfish if they come and say, I want to do this thing with you again. I don't think their intentions are honorable. I'm just going to say that. And if they do come to you and tell you, well, I'm leaving my marriage, whatever, whatever, it doesn't really change how I see these cards. I want to hold on to you. Yeah, well, that could be just for selfish reasons, right? Because I'm hurting. I'm the one having sleepless nights over here because of how I treated you, because I lied and cheated to you, okay? But we're still not going anywhere right now. Nothing's moving. And they may promise you this Ten of Cups, the happy ever after card. But the Five of Wands is conflict. I know they don't want this conflict anymore, whether that's with you or their person you're with. Trying to be strong. You know, maybe in the future, I mean, Ace of Swords, truth. Right before here, this breakup. But there's just too many cards here that speak loudly of this will not work out without a lot of heartache for you, sweetheart. And I'm sorry, but that's how this is looking. Now, that being said, people have free will. People can change. If you want this person and you want to hear what they have to say, that is certainly your choice to make. But I would not hang my hat on any promises this person gives you right now. Nope, I wouldn't do it. Okay, that's Caroline saying, yep, that's him. I get it. You're very welcome, Caroline. I'm so glad I could actually get that in for you, and I appreciate your patience very, very much. I know that it's hard to wait through everybody else's readings, but really, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for being patient. What did you say, Isabel? Seems like every. Okay, now I'm cracking up over that. Y'all, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, that got me. Yes, Isabel, Mercury retrograde brings those exes back, don't they? I'm telling you, it's like moth to a flame. Oh, that got me. Have a great night to you, Caroline. Thank you again for being here. Oh, goodness. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Isabel? For better or for worse, it brings them back. But, you know, it's to finish the unfinished, or to give us clarity about, whew, I made the right decision the first time to leave that hot mess, or, you know, maybe I need to rethink this. Mercury retrogrades are all about the words that start with R-E, you know, recovery, renovation, rethinking, you know, anything that starts with re are usually good things to do during a Mercury retrograde. So, in case anybody didn't know that. But yeah, return of the exes is where I was going with that. Oh, Lordy. Okay, I think I've gotten to everybody, didn't I? Or did I get to you, Kate? Kate, were you last? Are you still here? Kate, I think if you were still here, please send off in the comments, because I might have one more reading, but that's it. I'm going to have to be done for the night. My voice is starting to go. Kate, are you still here, please? No. I don't want to be right about all that, or about exes in particular, but sometimes it's true. And, you know, but also it can give us closure. That's important too, isn't it? I mean, sometimes we don't get it and we have to give closure to ourselves, but sometimes we get lucky and we get closure. And sometimes we just have to slam the door in their face. I don't know, whatever your story is for y'all, but Mercury retrograde, yep, it's here for a few weeks, y'all. Get used to it. And if you haven't bought your electronics for Christmas, don't buy them until after the 15th when Mercury goes direct. Don't do it. Okay, Kate, are you still here? If not, I do apologize. If I didn't get to you, I was planning to. Kate? Okay, good. Good, you are still here. Okay, did you have a question, Kate? You would be my last one for the night. Okay, Kate says, I'm separated from my husband right now. I don't really feel the same way about him. Just wondering what you could see for my future if I, well, excuse me. Just wondering what you can see for my future if I will ever find true love. My health has also been a little bit off. I guess any messages would be wonderful. Okay, thank you, Kate. And thank you also for your patience. I really appreciate it. As I just said, it's not easy to sit through everybody else's messages, so thank you for being patient. Okay, interesting, Kate. I'm getting information that I got a message that I've only gotten one other time, and so that's, again, if you were here, you heard me talking about, that's how Spirit gives me messages, is things that I've experienced or whatever, They show me that, so I know what I'm looking at, and oh, that's what. So I don't know if this is relative to you or not, but I was doing a private session with somebody, and she was asking me a similar question, similar, not exact question about her husband. They were not broken up, but she was thinking about moving on, and I got the weirdest message, and I didn't understand it, but you know, I just give the message I'm given. And there's similar for you. So let me, just a second. Okay. The message I got for her now was, he says, I don't know how. Okay, simple. I don't know how, period. Well, she was wondering if there was some way, in other words, did she need to tell him? Did she need talk to him? What kind of thing? Was there any way to get through to him for him to understand what she needed? Okay. So follow along here if you can, and then tell me if this is relative. Well, when I got the message, and I could just see him like standing at the window looking out, very what's the adjective I want to use? Wistfully forlorn, melancholy, looking out, empty. There was an emptiness to his gaze, and what he just was feeling was, I don't know how. It wasn't like, I don't know how, and I need to go to a therapist, and I need to read a book, and it wasn't that kind of I don't know how. No, it was different, and what she explained to me was, yes, he has, it's like what, I've forgotten what it's called now. Hold on a minute. This is not what it was, but it was like a learning disability, like you know, like something that he had no control over. He couldn't. It was nothing he could fix. It was some kind of a communication glitch in his brain or something that he in other words, it was not within his potential or possibility, because he could read 1,000 books and he still couldn't get to where he needed to be for him to understand. I hope this is making sense, but there was some kind of thing there where for him it was like almost like a medical diagnosis, and I don't know what that was, but all he could say was, I don't know how. In other words, I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know how. And there's an energy like that coming through for you. Let me see in your chat, is any of this making sense? Okay, good. Okay, good, it's making sense. I don't mean good that you're dealing with it. This is kind of how my husband is right now. That makes perfect sense for you. Okay, thank you. So that helps me to know I'm on the right track. Well, that's because that's very specific, but that's what they gave me. All right, so now that we've kind of determined that, your husband, however, is different. He is being affected more by how he was brought up. I get the feeling that his father was basically emotionally unavailable at the least. I feel like he was, people said he was aloof, but he was actually kind of, I don't want to say cold like in a mean, calculating way. He was just shut off. Can I say that, shut off? His father, I'm talking about your husband's father. I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong about this, of course, but that was his role model. Okay, she says absolutely. Thank you for verification. That was his role model, and so he thinks that's how love looks. That you have to remember, that's kind of how, when we are growing up as children, our impressions we get early on is how we decide. That's how we decide. That's our definition when we're raised. Our definition of love, of what love looks like, is often how our parents showed us love. And if they were cold or abusive or, you know, abandon us and all the things, that's our definition of love. So we go into adulthood trying to recreate that. We think that's what love looks like. I'm blowing your mind with all of this. Well, I hope it's accurate, and I hope. So it feels to me like that's kind of your situation right now, that you've got a situation where he cannot give you what you want because he doesn't even know what that looks like. That was not his role model. That was not what was imprinted in his, certainly his conscious mind, but his subconscious mind. It is accurate. Thank you. Thank you. And so I feel like this is, it's very like this other story I was telling. I don't know how. His love language is, oh, what are the words? Let me stop before I say that. To be clear, this is not a cruel man. I feel no intentional ill will here. I feel no abuse. Tell me if I'm wrong, of course, you tell me, but I'm not feeling that energy. I'm feeling a coldness. It's like a, not cold, cool, like, it's not even like a wall. Oh, it's so hard to describe sometimes what I'm feeling. Trying to put it into words. It's like, okay. It's like if you're looking at a statue, I'm thinking of Michelangelo's David, for example. Okay, thank you. You're saying he isn't cruel, and that is what makes it so hard for me. I just feel unhappy with him. Yeah, it's like there's a disconnect, okay? This is how I sound when I'm explaining it to my mom. Yeah. Okay, so back to my analogy, and maybe you can tell me if this is kind of how you feel. It's like, look, when you look, now, this is not about Michelangelo because he was genius. But if you look at a statue, and that's just the one that popped into my mind of David, for example. It's just the most beautiful creature that Michelangelo created, the statue of David. I mean, the most beautiful example of a human, male human, right? I mean, beautiful. And that's a word you don't often describe using that word for a man. But, and yet, if you were to go and touch it, and I've never done this, of course, I doubt they'd let you, but if you went to touch it, it would probably be cold. There's a beauty in it, an intrinsic beauty, but it's not something you can go into. Like marble is hard and cold, and you can't get into it, and it's nothing that could feel back for you. It's like, oh gosh, is this making sense at all? There's just that's the word. It's not that there's so much a wall. It's like there's a veil. That's what it feels like. And he's just there, but you can't see it. You can't feel, you can't see. It's like there's something clouded here between the two of you. And I think it goes back again to his childhood, and he doesn't know any better. He doesn't, okay. You did not feel any intellectual stimulation with him. Very dry, very cold. Yes, okay, thank you. Yeah, it feels very meh energetically. That's what I'm feeling, and that's what you're verifying. Okay. Now, can this, anybody can change. I'm a firm believer. We change till our last breath that we draw on this earth, we can change. Anybody can. Do we choose to change? Most people don't like change. It's hard. It's messy. It's ugly. It's painful. All those things often. Not always, but often. And human nature, frankly, is we don't like change. We don't want to change. We want to stay with what is comfortable. Even, this is the weird thing about psychology, even if what we know is uncomfortable or painful or disconnected, we'd rather stay with what we know, even though it's uncomfortable, rather than change and do something that's unknown. That is a basic human tenet for most people. So, I'm not saying that he can't change. It will not be easy for him. Now, if he's willing to go into therapy, do some shadow work, some deep diving into why he's programmed like he is, there's just a cool aloofness about him. Kate, boy, I hate to do this. Okay, as a reader, I really, really struggle with saying something like this to you, and so I have to really, I'm asking my guides, is this appropriate to say? I am not ever going to be the one to tell anyone what to do. I'm being clear here. I'm not telling you to do this or not to do this. I'm not telling you what to do. These readings are for entertainment purposes only. But again, free will is a thing. People have free will. They can change on a dime. They can if they choose to. I don't feel at this moment, if I'm looking into timelines, because that's what readers do. We look into timelines and potentialities. The potential, the most likely potential I'm seeing for you right now is I don't think he will ever be or can in the near future be a warm, fuzzy person that you're going to be able to relate to in the way that your soul is craving. Because I feel that about you. See, there's two sides to me doing this reading. I feel what you're craving. And it feels like almost like hunger in you right now. That's how it feels to me. Like a craving, a hunger in you to connect with somebody on a deeper level. Somebody that you can be intimate in. You guys watching this, if I can tell you anything about a woman, intimacy does not start with the genitals for women. Intimacy for women starts with conversation, connection, heart. Then, if you do those things right, then you might get to the other parts. So, just saying. Just had to get that out. So, what did you say? I'm open to spirit and know that it can change. Thank you for saying that, because I just didn't want to say it like it was already cast in stone. It's not. It never is. But he really will have to do a lot of work. And that's not because he wouldn't want to try. I think he would. Honestly, I think he really would. Is he capable? I think it would take a long time. But maybe that would be enough. If you've invested all these years in a marriage, you don't walk away from it lightly. And I can tell you're not a person to do that. To walk away lightly. You've given this a lot of thought. You're weighing it heavily. It's heavy on your mind. It's not a light decision by any means for you. The question is, if he showed you some progress, would some progress be enough for you to stay? Or do you need something quicker? I think that's sort of the issue that I'm seeing with this for you, Kate, is I think he would work toward, go to therapy or something. I think he would do that. And I think he would try. I just don't know if what he could give you would be really what you want in the long term. And so the question then is, how long are you willing to wait? That's sort of the crux of the answer, I guess, is how long are you willing to wait? I mean, because I have no idea how long you've been married or how old you are or what your life situation is. I just don't. Isabel is saying, I'm thankful to have been on here tonight. Seeing other people's stories lets me know I'm not the only one. I understand exactly where you're coming from, Kate. Same boat. Well, and I find that in my readings oftentimes too, that's not a technical piggyback reading, but there often are, I mean, there's no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, y'all. So when 2 or 3 people get on here, oftentimes the same story applies to those 3 people that will be a totally different story for another group another night. And I just love how Spirit orchestrates that. Like, it's kind of magic to me who clicks on here on one night versus another night and the things that come out. So it's never boring. I won't do that. Anyway, Kate. You know, I didn't pull any cards because, yeah, I was an intuitive long before I picked up tarot cards, for 30 years before I picked up tarot cards. So I like to give, when I get those messages first, I like to give those messages for you. And frankly, I mean, I'm not meaning to toot my horn, but they're often more accurate than if I pull tarot cards. For me, I think, because sometimes I'm actually limited by tarot because I intellectually know the archetypal meaning of the card, but maybe I'm feeling something different. So anyway, I like to get my feeling messages. I'm an empath, so I get intuitive messages often about what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing and hearing. So, excuse me. I'm hoping that that was helpful, and I kind of come down to that. It's about how long are you willing to wait? Are you willing to invest another few years and see where the progress goes with him, to see? Because I think he's willing to go to therapy. I think he's willing to try. Can he get to where you would like him to be? I don't know. I don't know. And what are you willing to settle? Or you know, it's, if you jump out of that, are you willing to, you know, are you going to feel safe really opening your heart to somebody else? How long is that going to take? So, you know, kind of a time factor here is guess what I'm saying. You're kind of done with it. And I'm feeling that, to be honest. I really am. That's why I'm bringing up the whole time thing. I kind of feel like, the truth is, I kind of feel like he will try. He'll want to try even. He'll want to try, he will try, he'll go to therapy, he'll try to do the things. I just don't feel like it's going to be enough for you in the long run for what you need. And I'm not a proponent, y'all, of people split. Believe me, I was married for 30 years, and I'm not a proponent of people just splitting up because, you know, I don't like the shirt you're wearing. Marriages or relationships are hard work. They are there to teach us. But there is a point in a relationship where that person has taught you all you can learn from them. And it's time for you now to pursue new avenues and go out in search of new horizons, so to speak, to get all philosophical. So it's never my decision anyway, but Kate saying, just scared for the future. That's what I'm scared of. But your sexual relationship is great. Well, that's awesome. I fear that unknown. Yeah. At least you have that. At least you have the good sexual relationship. That usually is one of the first things that goes if you're not feeling intimate in other ways, because of what I just said a while ago. And Isabel's saying, women wait a long time before they check out of a relationship, even When they, yes, I know. Yes, oh goodness, I can't tell you. I'm owning that one too. I give people so many chances, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yes, because I believe, and I think part of that for me, and you tell me if you relate to this, for me it's like I am an optimist. I believe in the potential for people. I believe in their potential to change. I believe in the potential for me to get better and do better and attract better. I believe in faith and positive things. I'm not a Pollyanna but I believe in that, and I want to believe in the goodness of people. I want to believe that people will try as hard as I do to make things work, you know? But that's not always the reality we get back, is it? Yeah, it's very weird, and you completely agree. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, and in the end, you are the bad guy. Well, you're preaching to the choir, Isabel. I'm telling you, I do know. That's right. Because we finally, in the end, we finally have the epiphany. This cannot, if I stay here, I'm speaking about myself and my long-term marriage. I came to the place, and he was a good enough man. He was a good father. He was a very good provider. But I came to the point personally where for me it was, I was starting to have physical symptoms. You mentioned that. I didn't address that, but you mentioned that. And this is coming back around, so I feel like this is relative for you. I was to the point where I was starting, my physical body, let me back up. When you are emotionally and mentally unhappy, that is affecting your body. And the longer you are that way, the more it affects your body, until eventually it turns into a disease in your body. And your body starts breaking down. It's just, your mind affects you on so many levels. It's energy, and it's poison in your body when you're unhappy. So for me, I was starting to notice those things that my body was starting to tell me. And my soul finally came to the point where I said, if I stay in this relationship, I'm doing it. I realize I'm giving up my soul's growth. I'm giving me up, and I will die. It will be a long, slow, painful death, but I will die from unhappiness, essentially. I mean, that's melodramatic, but that's kind of what it felt like to me. I felt like I will die, not because the man beats me or shoots me or, stars me. No, I will die because my soul felt so stifled and controlled, if you will, whether that was part of whatever. Anyway, I felt like I was going to die if I didn't, like the bird and the caged bird. And I felt like if I didn't get out of that cage, I would probably, be dead much sooner than not. So anyway, you have Crohn's disease and you took COVID vaccine. Oh Lord, it's been the worst for years, and I'm finally in remission. Thank God. I completely can relate to that. Well, there you go. I shared that story for a reason. Yep. And I know that I shared that because you needed to hear that. That's really, I feel like it's affecting you, and it's time for you to make a decision. And I'm not saying leave, I'm saying make a decision to either be happy with what he can give you, or make a decision to, go a different direction. But I don't know if you've spoken to him about this. If you have, I get the feeling that he hasn't taken you as seriously as you need to be taken. I mean, like, you haven't said to him, you need to be in therapy or I'm not staying, kind of thing, ultimatum. I don't think you've necessarily said that. Maybe you have, but I don't think so. But it does. It just turns into poison in our body, y'all, if we don't. It's all about speaking our truth and being us authentically. And when you are not either self-imposed or by life circumstances not allowed to be yourself authentically, it's like you're living a lie every moment. That's poison. It's just poison. And if you're telling lies, that's another kind of poison. Just saying. Anyway, Well, I have wax on, but Kate, was that helpful? I mean, I can pull tarot cards for you, but I think they would be redundant. They'd probably just give me the same message, basically, that I've given you here tonight. And I just think whether or not, let me give you this last piece here. Whether or not you stay with him or you go out seeking new adventures, because it is scary. I know. Two things. Choose yourself. Whether you stay or go, it is on you. It is your responsibility to choose you and to love you. To love you like you want that person to love you. Because when we are seeking for our happiness in any other thing, person, place, car, money, house, anything outside of us, especially in relationships, if we are looking to that person to make us happy, to give us happiness, it will never, ever come. And that is a harsh truth. Your responsibility is to find happiness yourself, to give yourself happiness, to seek happiness, to make your life somehow find something that makes you happy and to go after that. Okay, hang on. Let me read your question in a minute. So, and this may be to the point of your next question, because if you leave this man and you go looking for a different man, if you haven't found that happiness within you, if you haven't found a way to find your own happiness and give yourself that happiness, no 10 other men will ever satisfy that in you. You'll just keep going through men left and right, because that's not anybody, nobody can give that to you. I got to harp on it again. Go listen to Abraham Hicks videos about relationship and happiness. You have to be the source of your own happiness first, and then you will attract someone who can match that and mirror that happiness. You've got to love yourself in the way that you want to be loved, and then that kind of person will show up. So if you continue to look for it outside of yourself, you won't find it, whether it's this man or any other man. So that needs to be your takeaway, your homework, I guess was what I would say. And there was something else, but I forgot. Let me see what your question is here. Okay, so you're not living together. Okay. Oh, God, Isabel, thank you so much, honey. Well, I'm glad you're here too then. I'm so, so glad. Listen, I hope to goodness that all my life, I've lived a long life, 74 years on this planet, and I have a lot to share. So I'm glad somebody's benefiting from it. I really am. Besides me, of course. You said you figured that isolating myself is helping me mentally feel better. Well, yeah, depending on how you're wired. For me, that is like, I'm a double Scorpio. So for me, I need to pull back. We isolate. That's what Scorpios do. When we need to heal or we're overwhelmed, we isolate to regenerate. That's what we do. So that could be the case for you too. And yeah, it is mentally feeling better. Awesome. So Kate, back to your question. And I'm tuning in here again. Yes, there's somebody else out there for you. I am seeing that, a potential partner for you, yes. But back to kind of what I was talking about energy. But that person's not really going to be able to fully come to you until you've let go of the energy of this man. Now, could they come in? You meet them? Yes. But that relationship is not going to be harmonious until you've finished your business, so to speak, with your husband, if that's the direction you choose to go. Are you a Scorpio too? Awesome. I love it. Fist bumps. We're different, and I like that. And that's probably part of this whole, because honestly, back to my story and my relationship, I realized later, a big part of what I was lacking. Scorpios need people who can go deep and dive deep, and he just couldn't do that and wasn't willing to do that. He just was never going to be that person for me, you know, and yeah. He just wanted to know what the stock market was going to do today, and you know, he wanted to live life on the surface, and no criticism, that's who he is. He's not a bad person, but that just wasn't it for me. I needed something more, even if I just had to give that to myself, and I have, by the way. And I am very happy. I am in a relationship with somebody, but that's a whole other story. But I'm also very happy being single, because I've learned how to love myself first, and because I've learned that that person is just a mirror, whoever that person is, whether it's the husband, the boyfriend, the person at the grocery store, whoever, is a mirror to show me what I needed and need to heal within me. That's what relationships do for us. They're just a mirror. They're showing us where we're feeling triggered and where we're feeling lacking. That's what we need to give ourselves. That's what we need to work on within ourselves. So, I hope that made sense. Isabel, you're a Sagittarius. Yeah, you got a birthday. Liam here was having a birthday December the 5th. He was here earlier. Your birthday's coming up too? Or is it soon, I presume? We're just barely into Sagittarius, unless you just had it. That sounds like your husband. Yeah. Like, no, I do not want to talk about the weather. Yeah, for an hour after work. And he was one of those too. Drove me past tense crazy. He would turn the TV on in the morning on the news and finance channel, and just leave it on all day, and it drove me insane. I need peace and quiet. I don't need that in the background. You know what I did finally? I bought him a set of headphones. I said, look, you need this, that's fine. I don't want it. You can listen to this with headphones, so I don't have to deal with it. I swear I did. Oh, anyway. It was just the solution that worked at the time. Oh, Isabel said, oh, I've never met a Scorpio. What? Are you kidding me? That's awesome. But y'all seem amazing, and I've only really been around Virgos and Pisces. Well, I don't know about Virgos, but Pisces are nice people too. They're water signs. My younger son is Pisces, and they can go deep. They can go deep as well. Maybe that's just a water sign thing, but Scorpios are known for that. That's one of our biggie things. It says, Kate, your oldest turns 9 tomorrow. He's a little ball of fire. Oh, how sweet. Isabel saying, at least you get some communication. Yes, I love that. Love that. Y'all are funny. I love this conversation. Yeah, we Scorpios, we just are not happy living on the surface of life. And for good reason, because we come here for transformation. That's what Scorpio is all about, transformation for ourselves and for other people. And I was just talking about this, was it the last live I did? We don't do it necessarily like, let me get in the relationship with that person so I can transform them. That is not what we're thinking. We just say, okay, I'm attracted to that person, let's see where that goes. But I promise you, as a result of that, people are transformed through being in relationships with us. That's what our big purpose, one of our big purposes here is. We're all about transformation. Well, of course, then through all that circus, we are transformed. Yeah. This day in an age in YouTube shorts, other than sitting with people around you, well, I know, boy, ain't that the truth? Well, that's kind of good and bad news. I mean, I have to say I love YouTube because I like that anything you need to know just about is on YouTube. And what I mean is, I'm pretty independent, and I have 2 sons that live in the city I could call on, but I like to try to fix things myself if I can. And so one day my sink was stopped up, and okay, how do I get to this? How do I unstop my sink? Well, first you do the plug, and you do this, and then I did that, and that didn't work. So my next step was, well, what about the P-trap underneath the sink? Well, I got down there just like a good little plumber girl, and all of that was on YouTube, right? And so, I mean, it's just how to change your oil in the car. It's on YouTube. Want to know how to do that? It's on YouTube. Everything. So, yeah, I'm thankful to YouTube for a lot of things about that, practical things. And there are a lot of good readers here too that I enjoy watching as well. Thankful for them and all the fun and messages that I've gotten. And entertainment. I hate to admit this, but I have started a new bad habit, because you should not watch your electronics before you go to bed. Well, okay, I'm guilty. And so my new, I am being better about this recently, but for a little while I was in a bit of a funk, and my habit I'd gotten into was getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth, washing my face, all that good stuff, PJs, getting in the covers. And then I would get my device and I would start, well, I discovered this scrolling in shorts. Oh my God, and then 3 hours later and I'm still not asleep. So I've had to set some limits with myself on that. It's addictive, it really is. Oh goodness. All right, guys. I think I got to everybody, didn't I, tonight? I do hope I did. I mean, I can't always, but you guys were so patient, and I wanted to do that for you. Kate saying, I felt so alone and numb to all this because I don't want to hurt him. I really appreciate your message. Kate, you are so welcome. My gosh, I you know, I know you don't believe me because I'm just a face here on YouTube, but honestly, I am so grateful, because my mission between me and God here on YouTube is literally, my mission is to bring love and light into the world. However I do that, whether it's I'm talking to you, I'm reading tarot cards, I'm talking to deceased loved ones, I don't know. Those are my skills, and I just sit down and do those things. But my agreement with God is that this channel, when I did this channel, that was the understanding that He said, it was an agreement we had. We had a talk. We did. We had a talk, and I said, what is it I need to know, and how is this going to work? And He said, well, if you focus on just bringing love and light to the world with what you do, that's it. And okay, so and you're just giving me the most beautiful feedback I could have, and I'm getting choked up actually, because that's why you are why I do this. I've been knocked around by life, and if anything I have to say can help you ladies, I'm so glad to have done it. I truly, that's my payback, you know, is, ooh. And I know that, because I'm certainly not making any money out here on YouTube to speak of, but I know that life's not about money, right? I mean, good comes to you in so many ways, and I am so blessed in my life. Like I was saying earlier, I couldn't be more blessed. I have the most wonderful family. I'm healthy. At my age, that's saying something. I'm happy. I mean, I'm so blessed. So I know that all I have to do is keep giving, and it's going to come back to me in whatever way God seems is appropriate. So I'm just glad to be doing it. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Isabella. I so appreciate that. Really, really. I'm getting emotional again, y'all. Stop it. All right, ladies. I think I'm going to call it a night, and I might be back tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow's Sunday, right? I lost track with the holiday. Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to try to get back in the afternoon if I get my other work. Like I said, I'm working on a house clearing. Y'all can ask me about that sometime. It's quite interesting, but I'm going to try to get back tomorrow if I can get some progress done on that first. So You are very welcome. Yes, I love it. Thank you, both of you, Isabel and Kate. You've been lovely, and everybody else that was here and might see this in the replay. I thank you all so much, and I wish you all many blessings. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, thank you. Bye. That's sweet, Isabel. Thank you for saying that for Kate. Yes, I do too. I hope everything works out for all of you. Yes, I'll say a prayer for both of you tonight too. All right, love y'all. Bye.